What if the very thing you've been taught to chase, control, was actually the main barrier to living the life you've always wanted? We strive to engineer every outcome, believing that sheer force of will is the surest path to success. Yet, in that effort, we often lose touch with the bigger picture. Life isn't a puzzle to be solved by force, but an experience that flourishes when we learn to let go. Letting go isn't giving up or resigning yourself to a mediocre life. It's discovering the liberating truth that acceptance and ease can open doors that constant striving keeps firmly locked. Acceptance is the seed of this mindset. Resistance shows up in subtle ways: frustration over small inconveniences, lingering anger at past disappointments, or an obsession with events that won't go according to plan. The moment you step into acceptance, you acknowledge that while you can't always alter external circumstances, you can choose your response. Paradoxically, this willingness to let go of what you can't control gives you a newfound sense of power over the things you can change. In the end, you become more focused, calm, and decisive. Learning to let go doesn't mean discarding your dreams. In fact, it's a potent way to achieve them. The key lies in shifting your perspective. When your dreams become a source of constant pressure, something you chase obsessively, they morph into burdens, dragging your spirit down. But when you approach them with a balance of effort and detachment, you cultivate a mindset of calm persistence. Stoic principles remind us that it's the journey, the character you build, and the daily discipline that matter more than any final destination. Instead of conquering your dreams through brute force, you guide them gently into fruition, trusting the process and staying adaptable to life's twists. Then there's the backwards law, the idea that the more you chase something, the more elusive it becomes. By fixating on a desired outcome, be it happiness, fame, or even tranquility, you inadvertently push it further out of reach. Letting go requires a leap of faith, a belief that stepping back can sometimes bring you closer to your goals than pushing forward ever could. It asks you to surrender your obsession with results and find contentment in each moment of growth. In doing so, you paradoxically create the space for genuine fulfillment to arise. Of course, this mindset thrives best when supported by simple, consistent daily actions. A structured routine anchored in self-awareness, whether it's morning reflection, mindful reading, or a quiet moment of gratitude, creates the stable foundation you need to let go of life's frenzied pace. This routine doesn't enslave you, it frees you. By anchoring each day in purpose, you replace the frantic quest for external validation with an inner calm that is both sustainable and deeply satisfying. Ultimately, letting go isn't about apathy or neglect. It's about shedding the weight of endless control so you can soar higher. In relinquishing what you can't change, you make room for growth, clarity, and opportunities that remain hidden when you're locked in struggle. The simple truth is that when you master the art of letting go, you discover that getting everything you want isn't a battle at all, but a graceful unfolding of life's possibilities. The old wise trees have something incredible to teach us. As they stand tall amidst tempestuous winds and heavy rain, they do not argue, resist, or complain. They simply are. They bend, sway, and occasionally break, but they do so with a profound grace, accepting the strength of the storm. What does it mean to truly accept? What strength lies in surrendering, in acknowledging, in seeing reality for what it truly is without the tinted lenses of our expectations, fears, or desires? To accept is not to give up or resign, but to acknowledge the inherent nature of things, freeing us from the chains of needless suffering and angst. At the crossroads of philosophy, spirituality, and psychology lies the profound practice of acceptance, a realm where we are invited to engage with life not as we wish it to be, but as it truly is. In an age of customization, where we can adjust everything from our morning latte to the theme of our mobile devices, the world seems to revolve around our preferences. However, life, in its most raw and unfiltered form, doesn't always adhere to our presets. We encounter roadblocks, unanticipated challenges, and unexpected turns. And in these moments, we often resist, fight, and resent. The dissonance between what is and what we desire can be a source of profound distress. Enter the phrase, "It is what it is." It's a mantra you've probably heard countless times in diverse contexts. From the world of sports to the arenas of business, from quiet meditative retreats to bustling urban streets, these words resonate. They might come across as passive, even dismissive, but beneath their simplicity lies a depth of wisdom that philosophers and thinkers have explored and expounded upon for millennia. At its core, this phrase isn't about indifference or defeat. It's about recognition, recognizing the innate nature of a situation, of an emotion, of a challenge. It's a bridge that spans the gap between expectation and reality. When we utter these words, we're not shrugging off responsibility or giving up hope. We're grounding ourselves in the present, shedding the weight of what-ifs and if-onlys. Throughout history, many have delved into this very principle. Stoic philosophers in ancient Greece emphasized the importance of discerning between what we can control and what we cannot, urging us to invest our energies wisely. Eastern philosophies often echo similar sentiments, guiding disciples to flow like water, to adapt, to find peace not by reshaping the world around them, but by reshaping their perceptions and reactions. It's captivating to realize that while our modern world seems vastly different from the eras of Epictetus or Lao Tzu, the essence of human experience remains remarkably consistent. We have always sought peace, understanding, and a way to navigate the tumultuous seas of existence. And across cultures, epochs, and ideologies, the philosophy of acceptance emerges as a beacon. Yet, understanding the depth and breadth of this philosophy requires more than just nodding at a popular phrase. It beckons a journey through time, thought, and introspection. To embrace the art of acceptance is to weave the lessons of great thinkers, from Stoic philosophers to modern psychologists, into the very fabric of our existence. As we embark on this journey together, let's dive deeper into the realm of acceptance. Through the lenses of luminaries who've graced our world, we'll explore the true essence of acceptance, its transformative power, and the serenity it promises to those who truly comprehend and practice it. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. Epictetus. Born into the harsh confines of servitude, Epictetus's life as a slave in Rome would be far from what many might consider fortuitous. Yet from these very confines sprouted a philosophy so profound that its reverberations continue to shape our understanding of acceptance and control to this day. A limping figure, a consequence of his leg being broken by his master, Epictetus eventually gained his freedom. He would later set up a school in Nicopolis, teaching a philosophy that often pivoted on the dynamics of control. At the heart of his teachings lies the profound differentiation between things we can control and things we cannot. This demarcation is not just an observation, but a tool, a compass, if you will, for navigating the often tumultuous waters of existence. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, swirling ocean. The waves crash against the shore, each with its force, rhythm, and direction. You stand there with a bucket hoping to direct the tide. A fool's errand, you might say, and you'd be right. This is how many of us live our lives, attempting to steer the vast and uncontrollable forces around us, inevitably leading to frustration, disappointment, and often despair. Instead, Epictetus would say, focus on the bucket, how you hold it, when you choose to fill it, and where you pour the water, That's within your grasp. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. This quote crystallizes Epictetus's philosophy beautifully. It's not the external events, but our perceptions and judgments about them that unsettle us. The death of a loved one, the loss of a job, or even something as mundane as a passing comment from a stranger, these events in themselves are neutral. They become agents of joy, sorrow, anger, or indifference based on the interpretations we bestow upon them. But here's where it becomes transformative. If our judgments disturb us more than the events themselves, then doesn't it follow that we have the power to choose our reactions? This isn't about deluding oneself or painting a facade of positivity over everything. It's about understanding the inherent nature of events as indifferent, and then recognizing our capacity to decide our response. For Epictetus, the realm of control extends primarily over our own will, our own decisions. While we can't command the weather, we can choose to carry an umbrella. While we can't decide the actions of another, we can decide our response. While we can't always dictate the outcome, we can always control the effort. What's intriguing is how this philosophy is not just a passive acceptance, but an active engagement with life. It's about taking responsibility for our domain, the internal realm of our thoughts, feelings, and decisions. It's about recognizing that while we cannot dance to the whims of fate, we can choose the steps we take, the rhythm we adopt, and the grace with which we move. Adopting such a mindset can be transformative. Consider the daily irritations and stresses that we encounter. Traffic jams, an unkind word, a delay in plans. All these can spiral into torrents of distress if we let them. But what if, heeding Epictetus's words, we paused and asked ourselves, is this within my control? If it isn't, can we then refocus our energy on what is? Our response, our attitude, our next move. In today's world, where we're inundated with information, where challenges seem multifaceted and often overwhelming, the wisdom of a former slave from ancient Rome seems more pertinent than ever. By delineating the boundaries of our control, we don't restrict ourselves, we empower ourselves. We find clarity, purpose, and importantly, serenity. As we reflect on Epictetus's teachings, it's an invitation to engage with the world not as hapless victims of circumstance, but as empowered individuals, ever ready, ever resilient, capable of finding tranquility amidst the storm. Because in understanding what we can and cannot change, we uncover the art of true acceptance, a dance of grace in the face of life's ever-changing circumstances. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Lao Tzu. Glimmers of wisdom often find their source in ancient civilizations, where spiritual sages, in their communion with nature, deciphered the rhythms and patterns of existence. Among such luminaries was Lao Tzu, a mystic whose name translates to the Old Master. Though shrouded in layers of myth and time, his insights form the cornerstone of Taoism, a philosophy and spiritual path that emphasizes living in harmony with the Tao, often translated as the Way. Imagine, if you will, standing at the edge of a serene river, its waters flowing gently, moving around rocks and bends with ease, never rushing, never dallying, but always unfailingly reaching its destination. This imagery captures the essence of Taoist thought, for Taoism suggests that life, much like that river, has its currents, its natural flow, and our journey becomes harmonious when we align ourselves with this flow rather than resist it. This brings us to the concept of Wu Wei, a term that might seem paradoxical to many. Translated as non-doing or non-action, it doesn't advocate for inactivity or passiveness. Instead, it is the art of effortless action, of acting without forcing, of letting things unfold naturally, without imposition or opposition. A tree doesn't strive to grow, it simply grows. A bird doesn't struggle to fly, it just flies. Nature doesn't labor, it simply is. This is the essence of Wu Wei. In our lives, when we're constantly pushing, forcing, and striving, we might achieve short-term victories, but they often come at the cost of inner peace and long-term sustainability. Wu Wei encourages us to approach life with a sense of trust in the natural order, to act when necessary, but without unnecessary force or struggle. Lao Tzu's words eloquently capture this essence. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. In a world where change is the only constant, how often do we find ourselves battling these natural shifts? Whether it's an unexpected life event, a sudden shift in plans, or even the inexorable march of time, resisting these changes is like attempting to halt the river's flow with our bare hands, not only futile, but also exhausting. This doesn't imply passivity or resignation, quite the contrary. Flowing with the Tao, practicing Wu Wei, means being acutely attuned to the situation, understanding when to act and when to wait, when to speak and when to remain silent. It's a dance, sometimes leading, sometimes following, but always in tune with the music of existence. In the context of our modern world, with its relentless pace and ubiquitous challenges, Wu Wei serves as a beacon. Imagine approaching challenges not as obstacles to be bulldozed, but as puzzles to be understood. Consider the possibility of addressing conflicts not with aggressive confrontation, but with insightful diplomacy. Picture a life where we respond not from a place of panicked urgency, but from a space of calm clarity. In embracing Lao Tzu's teachings, we're invited to reconsider our relationship with life itself. Rather than a battlefield strewn with challenges to overcome, life becomes a landscape to traverse, filled with mysteries to understand and wonders to behold. By surrendering to the flow of the Tao, by practicing the art of Wu Wei, we don't relinquish control, we find it in a deeper, more profound manner. We begin to realize that true mastery isn't about dominating our external world, but understanding and harmonizing with it. The wisdom of Lao Tzu, echoing across millennia, is not just philosophical musing, but practical guidance. As we ponder his teachings, we might reflect on moments in our lives where resistance brought pain, where force led to failure, and how, with the insights of Wu Wei, we might approach similar situations differently in the future. The river of life is vast, filled with twists and turns, but with the compass of Taoist wisdom, we can navigate it with grace, understanding, and an inner serenity that remains undisturbed by external tumult. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs? Marcus Aurelius. Amidst the ornate tapestry of history, Marcus Aurelius stands as a testament to the fusion of authority with wisdom. A Roman emperor, commander of legions, ruler of an expanse that touched the known boundaries of the world, yet it was in the quiet corners of his tent, often on military campaigns, that he penned reflections that would become the Meditations, a seminal work on Stoic philosophy. Here was a man vested with power and privilege, yet he sought counsel not in the echoing halls of grandeur, but in the introspective embrace of philosophy. Central to Marcus Aurelius's reflections is the idea that the universe operates with a natural order, a logic, an inherent rhythm. For him, everything happens in accordance with nature. Seasons change, stars rise and set, rivers flow to the sea, all part of a grand design, an unfolding cosmic dance. When we resist or rue this natural progression, we find ourselves out of sync, creating internal discord. However, by aligning our will with this grand design, by understanding and accepting its patterns, we find a harmony that's both external and internal. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This is a profound call to acceptance. But what does this acceptance entail? It's not about passivity or a blithe resignation to fate. Rather, It's about recognizing the unfolding patterns of existence and finding our place within them. It's the understanding that fighting the universe is a futile endeavor, but flowing with it, recognizing its currents and eddies, allows us to navigate life with a serene resilience. Consider the challenges that Marcus Aurelius faced: wars, plagues, betrayals, and political intrigue. In the face of such adversities, it would have been easy for him to succumb to despair or bitterness. Yet his Stoic beliefs anchored him. In viewing challenges as natural occurrences, as part and parcel of the human experience, he didn't just endure them. He used them as catalysts for growth, for reflection, for deeper understanding. From Marcus's perspective, every event in our lives, be it joyous, challenging, or mundane, is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to understand the workings of the universe a little better. When we face hardships, rather than asking, "Why me?" the Stoic approach invites us to ask, "What can I learn from this? How can this refine my character, strengthen my resolve, or deepen my wisdom?" By accepting the impermanence of life, by acknowledging that we are but fleeting moments in the grand timeline of the cosmos, Marcus Aurelius advocates for a life lived with purpose, integrity, and acceptance. Every moment becomes precious, every challenge a teacher, every joy a gift. Acceptance in this light isn't a begrudging surrender, but a powerful affirmation of life. What makes Marcus Aurelius's teachings particularly resonant is their practicality. His Stoicism isn't an abstract philosophy debated in hallowed halls, but a lived experience, tested and refined on the battlegrounds of life. Every entry in the Meditations is a testament to a man trying to live his philosophy, to align his actions with his beliefs, to embrace the natural order even when chaos surrounds him. For us, in the modern age, Marcus Aurelius serves as a guiding light. In a world often fraught with uncertainties, his Stoic wisdom offers a grounded perspective. It reminds us that while we might not have control over the events of the universe, we always have control over our reactions to them. It beckons us to live with authenticity, to seek harmony with the natural order, and to embrace the inherent wisdom of acceptance. As we reflect on Marcus Aurelius's insights, we're invited to see our lives not as isolated events, but as interconnected pieces of a cosmic puzzle. Every experience, every emotion, every challenge and triumph is a thread in the intricate weave of our existence. By recognizing this interconnectedness, by embracing the natural rhythms of life, we find a peace that transcends circumstances, a serenity rooted in profound acceptance. In life, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Buddha. In the lush landscapes of ancient India, beneath the shade of the Bodhi tree, a profound transformation unfolded. Siddhartha Gautama, a prince who had forsaken his royal heritage in pursuit of deeper truths, attained enlightenment and became the Buddha. His journey, from the opulence of a palace to the austerity of ascetic life, weaves a rich tapestry that has profoundly influenced philosophical and spiritual thought across millennia. The Buddha, the Enlightened One, shared the wisdom that blossomed from his enlightenment through various teachings, fundamental among which are the Four Noble Truths. These truths are both profound and pragmatic, addressing the very root of human suffering and charting a path towards liberation. The first noble truth, dukkha, often translated as suffering, posits that life is inherently unsatisfactory, marked by suffering, conflict, and impermanence. It is not a pessimistic view, but rather a realistic observation that in life, pain, loss, and dissatisfaction are inevitable. The second truth, samudaya, attributes this suffering to desire or craving, illustrating that our attachments and aversions to people, things, and concepts generate discontent. Acceptance emerges as a pivotal theme here. Buddha emphasizes the acceptance of suffering as an integral part of human existence. But how does one find peace amidst this inherent suffering? This is where the philosophy weaves into a practice of mindful detachment. Buddha articulated, "You only lose what you cling to." Herein lies a gentle beckoning towards detachment, not as a cold, emotionless state, but as a mindful recognition and acceptance of the transient nature of all things. When we clutch tightly to people, outcomes, or materials, we are perpetually on a tumultuous sea, swayed by the waves of life's vicissitudes. Detachment is like learning to navigate this sea, to sail with skill and wisdom, allowing ourselves to experience fully, yet without being capsized by the inevitable storms. The practice of detachment is deeply intertwined with acceptance. By accepting the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature of life, we free ourselves from the shackles of undue suffering that arises from clinging and craving. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions or denying the pain. It means fully experiencing, understanding, and letting them flow without hindrance, without constructing a permanent dwelling in them. When Buddha speaks of detachment, it's with the recognition that all things are transient, and clinging to them is like trying to grasp at the wind. Possessions, achievements, even loved ones, will eventually pass away or transform. The more we cling, the more we suffer. However, in mindful detachment, we can fully engage with life, experiencing joy, love, and yes, even pain, with a heart that's free and open. This notion brings us to the third and fourth noble truths, Nirodha and Magga, respectively. Nirodha is the cessation of suffering, achievable through relinquishing attachment and desire. While Magga, the path to the cessation of suffering, is outlined in the Eightfold Path, which provides practical guidelines on ethical and mental development to reach enlightenment. Embarking on this path requires a subtle blend of active engagement and gentle acceptance. It invites us to be dynamically present in each moment, to engage with life fully, to drink deeply of each experience, but to do so with open hands, with a spirit that understands the ephemeral nature of all things. Acceptance, then, is not a passive resignation, but an active acknowledgement of what is, without an anxious clinging to what was, or a fervent craving for what might be. His teachings invite us to ponder the true sources of happiness, to examine the roots of our desires, and to contemplate the transient, fleeting nature of all things. Through this, we find a path that meanders through the lush landscapes of deep, authentic living, toward a serene acceptance of life in all its splendid, painful, and ephemeral beauty. My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. Friedrich Nietzsche. In the rich history of philosophical thought, few figures evoke as much intrigue and controversy as Friedrich Nietzsche. A German philosopher whose work skirted the boundaries of convention, Nietzsche challenged established norms, questioned traditional values, and grappled with the profoundest depths of human existence. With his penetrating insights, Nietzsche traversed areas of morality, religion, and the very essence of life. Among his myriad concepts, one shines brightly as an anthem for embracing the entirety of existence, amor fati, which translates to a profound love of fate. This idea is not merely about accepting one's fate, but deeply and passionately loving it. To Nietzsche, life wasn't a sanitized, curated experience wherein one seeks only pleasure and avoids pain. Rather, he viewed life as a holistic journey, where every high and low, every joy and sorrow forms an integral part of our narrative. I want to learn more and more to see as beautiful what is necessary in things. Then I shall be one of those who make things beautiful, he once remarked. This perspective captures the essence of his love of fate philosophy. It's about seeing beauty in the inevitable, in the necessary, and in the challenges that life throws our way. Life, with its tapestry of experiences, is never a linear journey. There are ebbs and flows, peaks of elation and valleys of despair. Many philosophies advocate for contentment, for finding peace amidst the storm. Nietzsche's perspective, on the other hand, encourages not just peace, but a passionate embrace. It's a call to not only endure life's challenges, but to revel in them, to view them as essential threads in the intricate weave of our existence. Imagine life as a grand, complex piece of music. There are crescendos and diminuendos, swift allegros and melancholic adagios. If we were to remove the challenging notes, the sharp and the flat, the music would lose its depth, its resonance. Nietzsche invites us to appreciate every note, every beat, understanding that it's the entirety of the composition that gives it beauty and meaning. But how does one come to love challenges, hardships, or moments of despair? Nietzsche's philosophy is not one of masochism. He doesn't glorify suffering for its own sake. Instead, he sees challenges as opportunities for growth, as crucibles that forge and refine our character. By embracing all of life, including its adversities, we engage in a deeper, more authentic experience of existence. In the vast expanse of human experiences, it's often the challenges that shape us the most. The losses teach us about value, pain informs our empathy, and hardships carve out reservoirs of resilience. When Nietzsche speaks of a love of fate, he beckons us to recognize and honor this transformative power of challenges. By doing so, we shift our perspective from mere endurance to vibrant, passionate engagement with every facet of life. As we traverse the modern landscape with its unique challenges and uncertainties, Nietzsche's insights become particularly resonant. In a world that often seeks instant gratification, his philosophy invites introspection and a deeper engagement with the entire spectrum of existence. In the end, to love one's fate is to embrace life in its totality. It's about dancing in the rain, not just waiting for the storm to pass. It's about cherishing the journey, with all its twists and turns, knowing that every step, every challenge adds depth, meaning, and beauty to our narrative. Nietzsche's clarion call to humanity is both timeless and timely. As we face the complexities of the 21st century, his philosophy provides a lens through which we can view challenges not as burdens, but as opportunities, not as curses, but as gifts. Through the embrace of life's entirety, through a profound love of fate, we find a path to deeper understanding, richer experiences, and, ultimately, a more authentic, vibrant existence. The desire for security and the feeling of insecurity are the same thing. To hold your breath is to lose your breath. Alan Watts. Alan Watts, a British philosopher, often adorned with a mischievous grin, had an uncanny knack for bridging worlds, melding Eastern philosophical depths with Western intellectual traditions, making the profound accessible and the mystic tangible. Watts, with his eloquent articulation and dynamic delivery, introduced the West to concepts that seemed, at first glance, alien to its empirical and linear mindset. Yet, it was not just a matter of translation. Watts had the ability to weave together disparate philosophical threads into a coherent tapestry that resonated deeply with contemporary seekers. Central to Watts's teachings is a concept that might seem paradoxical: the wisdom of insecurity. At a glance, the very pairing of wisdom with insecurity might appear counterintuitive. In a world that often values stability, certainty, and the familiar, how could there be wisdom in insecurity? For Watts, the relentless pursuit of security, the endless desire to pin down the fleeting and ephemeral, was a mirage. It was not only unattainable but also a source of profound suffering. He observed that life by its very nature is a flux, a constant flow of changing moments. By clinging to certain moments or states and resisting change, we find ourselves perpetually out of sync with reality. Imagine trying to hold on to a river's waters, cupping them tightly in your hands. The more we grasp, the more the water slips through our fingers. Life, Watts asserted, is akin to this river. ever flowing, ever changing. Seeking security in this dynamic dance is like trying to freeze the river in place, an endeavor both futile and frustrating. In our pursuit of permanence and certainty, we construct elaborate edifices of belief, identity, and expectation. Yet beneath these structures lies an undercurrent of anxiety. Deep down, there's a recognition that everything is impermanent. Watts suggested that our suffering stems from this tension between the reality of life's impermanence and our desire for enduring security. However, Watts offered not just a diagnosis but also a remedy. Instead of resisting the inherent insecurity of life, he proposed leaning into it, embracing the uncertain, the unknown, the fleeting moments as they come and go. By doing so, we align ourselves with the true rhythm of existence. As Watts eloquently stated, the only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Yet, the wisdom of insecurity is not a call to nihilism or reckless abandon. It's not about disregarding the future or acting impulsively. Rather, it's an invitation to be fully present in each moment, to engage with life authentically and without the heavy baggage of rigid expectations. It's about finding freedom in the recognition that security and permanence are but illusions, and that there's a profound beauty in the ever-shifting dance of life. In an age defined by its uncertainties, where change is the only constant, Alan Watts's teachings resonate with poignant relevance. The anxiety of the modern world often stems from our attempts to forecast, control, and secure our futures. Yet, as Watts suggests, true peace comes from letting go of these illusions, from understanding that life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be experienced. Watts once mused, "There will always be suffering, but we must not suffer over the suffering." In this simple yet profound insight lies the essence of the wisdom of insecurity. It's a gentle reminder that in accepting the inherent uncertainties of life, in dancing with its ever-changing rhythms, we find not chaos, but harmony, not suffering, but joy. As we reflect on Watts' insights, we are reminded that wisdom often lies where we least expect it. In the midst of insecurity, in the embrace of the unknown, there lies a profound wisdom, a path to deeper understanding, richer experiences, and a life lived in tune with the authentic melodies of existence. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Viktor Frankl. Amidst the darkest chapters of human history, voices emerge, not just as mere echoes of despair, but as beacons of hope and profound wisdom. One such voice belongs to Viktor Frankl, an Austrian psychiatrist who endured the harrowing experience of the Holocaust. From the bleak confines of Auschwitz and other concentration camps, Frankl extracted insights that would illuminate the depths of human existence and shape the landscape of existential therapy. Frankl's narrative is not one of passive resignation. Instead, it's an anthem of resilience, purpose, and the indefatigable human spirit. The crucible of his experiences birthed his seminal work, Man's Search for Meaning, a poignant exploration of the human quest for significance amidst adversity. Central to Frankl's philosophy is the idea that even in the gravest of circumstances, individuals can find meaning. Life, according to Frankl, never ceases to have purpose. He wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. It is this freedom, the ability to imbue even suffering with significance, that stands as a testament to human strength and resilience." The concentration camps stripped individuals of every conceivable freedom and dignity. In this dehumanizing environment, Frankl observed that those who found a why to their existence, those who held on to some sense of purpose, were more resilient to the degradation and despair. It wasn't about physical vitality, but about a spiritual strength, an inner conviction that life, despite its brutality, held meaning. Frankl's insights bridge the vast expanse between extreme suffering and the everyday challenges of modern life. Each individual, he posited, has a unique purpose, a singular quest for significance. Suffering, in its myriad forms, is an inevitable aspect of the human condition. Yet Frankl argued that it's not the presence of suffering but the absence of meaning that leads to despair. When faced with hardships, individuals can either view them as pointless tragedies or as opportunities for deeper understanding and growth. This transformative perspective shifts the focus from the avoidance of pain to the pursuit of meaning. It's not about escaping suffering, but about navigating it with a sense of purpose. Even in the face of death, a reality he confronted daily in the camps, Frankl believed that life held potential meaning. Each moment, each interaction, even each loss, could be infused with significance.
Life can be meaningful or made meaningful not only by doing a deed, by creating a work, and beyond that by our experiencing something or by our encountering someone, and to encounter him in his uniqueness means by loving him. But even if need be, whenever we are confronted with an unchangeable fate, whenever we have to face say an incurable disease, an inoperable cancer, even then there is the highest meaning potential to realize, to fulfill, because then, precisely then, we are called upon to bear witness to the unique human potential, which is to transmute, to turn a predicament into an achievement, a human accomplishment, or to turn tragedy into a triumph.
Frankl's therapeutic approach, known as logotherapy, derives from the Greek word logos, which can be translated as meaning. Unlike psychotherapy models that prioritize pleasure or power, logotherapy emphasizes the human desire for purpose. In this framework, existential vacuums, feelings of emptiness and meaninglessness, are seen as central contributors to modern malaise. It's not the challenges themselves, but the perception of them being pointless that exacerbates suffering. In our contemporary world, replete with its unique challenges and existential anxieties, Frankl's philosophy finds resonant echoes. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, the dissolution of a relationship, or the struggles with personal identity and purpose, the quest for meaning remains paramount. Viktor Frankl, from the depths of despair, offers a lens to view suffering not as an aberration, but as an integral part of the human journey. His life and work serve as a powerful reminder that even in the darkest nights of the soul, stars of meaning and purpose can shine brightly. In the embrace of Frankl's philosophy, we find solace and strength. We are reminded that our lives, with all their challenges, joys, and sorrows, are not random or futile. Each experience, each tear, each laugh carries with it the potential for deeper understanding, growth, and significance. In the end, Frankl's message is both timeless and timely. Life in all its complexity is meaningful. It's upon us, amidst the cacophony of existence, to tune in, listen deeply, and find our unique symphony of significance. As Frankl so poignantly stated, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. In a world bustling with endless distractions and fleeting pleasures, how does one stay committed to their true aspirations? How do you navigate through the chaos, keep your eyes on the prize, and not just chase your dreams, but conquer them? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism, with its profound principles, might just hold the key to unlocking that indomitable spirit within you. A spirit that is not swayed by external circumstances, but remains steadfast in the pursuit of what truly matters. In today's fast-paced world, setting and pursuing personal goals can often feel like sailing against a storm. The waters of modern life are turbulent, filled with distractions, disappointments, and detours that can easily veer us off course. It's easy to feel lost, to get discouraged, or to lose sight of the shore we're aiming for. Now imagine having a compass, a set of timeless principles that can guide you through these rough waters towards the fulfillment of your dreams. This compass is Stoicism, a philosophy that dates back to ancient Greece and Rome, yet holds profound relevance in our lives today. It teaches us not just how to live a life of virtue and wisdom, but also how to turn our lofty dreams into achievable realities. At its heart, this ancient philosophy proposes that while we may not have control over the events that happen to us, we do have control over how we respond to them. This is encapsulated in the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control. Stoicism also emphasizes living in accordance with nature, pursuing virtue, and developing an inner fortress of tranquility against external chaos. The principles of Stoicism, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, provide a sturdy foundation upon which we can build our goals and dreams. These are not mere words, but powerful tools that equip us to face the realities of life head-on while staying committed to our personal and professional aspirations. As we venture into the realms of goal setting, pursuit, and achievement through a Stoic lens, we'll unveil a road less traveled, yet profoundly effective. A road that empowers us to conquer our dreams, not by changing the world around us, but by mastering the world within us. Personal goals are the milestones we set for ourselves to guide our actions and decisions towards fulfilling our ambitions. They are the tangible expressions of our values, desires, and aspirations. Whether it's achieving a particular career milestone, improving personal relationships, or developing a new skill, personal goals are the stepping stones to our envisioned future. Their significance cannot be understated. They are the driving force that propels us forward, providing a sense of direction and purpose. In a world filled with distractions and external pressures, having clear, well-defined personal goals can serve as a compass, helping us navigate through life's challenges and opportunities with clarity and focus. Moreover, they are a reflection of our values and long-term vision. They are not arbitrary targets, but are rooted in what matters most to us. When our goals are aligned with our core values, the journey towards achieving them becomes not only meaningful, but also fulfilling. This alignment creates a harmonious trajectory towards success, where our actions and our values are in sync, fostering a sense of integrity and satisfaction. The importance of aligning personal goals with one's values and long-term vision is a lesson deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us to live in accordance with our nature and to pursue what is virtuous and meaningful. This ancient wisdom encourages us to set goals that resonate with our inner truth, fostering a life of purpose and fulfillment. However, aligning personal goals with our values and long-term vision is not always a straightforward task. It requires self-reflection, honesty, and a clear understanding of what we hold dear. It's a process of looking inward, of discerning our true desires from fleeting whims, and of setting goals that are not merely reactions to external pressures, but are expressions of our authentic selves. Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-awareness, rationality, and virtue, provides a robust framework for this introspective journey. It guides us in identifying what is truly significant and in setting goals that are not only achievable but also enriching. By doing so, Stoicism aids in crafting a life that is not just successful in a material sense, but is also deeply meaningful and rewarding. The concept of SMART goals is a practical framework to ensure that the goals we set are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This methodology aligns well with Stoic philosophy, which encourages clarity of purpose, realistic assessment, and focused action. 1. Specific. Stoicism teaches us to have a clear understanding and focus. When setting goals, being specific means defining what you want to achieve in clear, precise terms. For instance, instead of setting a vague goal like, I want to read more, a specific goal would be, I want to read 1 book per month. 2. Measurable. A measurable goal has tangible indicators of progress and success. Stoicism values rational assessment, and by setting measurable goals, you can track your progress logically. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, having a measurable goal like, I will walk 10,000 steps per day, allows you to track your progress accurately. 3. Achievable. Stoicism's dichotomy of control emphasizes focusing on actions within our control. When setting goals, ensure they are achievable with your current resources and circumstances. Stretch goals can motivate, but unrealistic goals can lead to disappointment and demotivation. 4. Relevant. Stoicism encourages living in accordance with our nature and values. Ensure your goals are relevant to your long-term vision and resonate with your values. This alignment fosters a sense of purpose and satisfaction as you work towards your goals. 5. Time-bound. Setting a time frame creates a sense of urgency and promotes accountability. Stoicism values disciplined action, and setting time-bound goals encourages this discipline. For instance, instead of merely wanting to learn a new language, set a goal to reach a conversational level in 6 months. Furthermore, Stoicism advocates for a mindful approach to goal setting. Reflect on why you're setting each goal and what achieving this goal will contribute to your life. Engage in regular self-reflection to assess your progress. Adjust your strategies and stay aligned with your values and long-term vision. By integrating Stoic philosophy with the SMART Goals framework, we create a powerful synergy that fosters purposeful, realistic, and effective goal setting. As we progress through the journey of achieving our personal and professional goals, this holistic approach equips us with the mindset and tools necessary for meaningful success. In the contemporary era, the rapid pace of life, coupled with an overwhelming influx of information and the incessant demands of daily responsibilities, pose numerous challenges to individuals. One of the paramount hurdles is the pervasive stress and anxiety that encircle both personal and professional spheres. These modern-day stressors often act as significant deterrents in the pursuit and achievement of personal goals. The incessant race against time, the struggle to balance personal and professional lives, and the societal pressures to conform and succeed all contribute to a milieu of stress and anxiety. Moreover, the modern ethos of constant achievement often leads to an insatiable desire for more, creating a perpetual cycle of setting goals and chasing them, often without a deeper understanding or alignment with one's core values and long-term vision. This relentless pursuit can lead to burnout, dissatisfaction, and a sense of emptiness despite achieving the set goals. Amidst these modern challenges, Stoicism emerges as a beacon of solace and wisdom. This ancient philosophy, with its emphasis on self-control, acceptance, and the pursuit of virtue, provides a sturdy framework for individuals navigating the tumultuous waters of modern life. Stoicism teaches us the essence of focusing on what is within our control and accepting what is not. This Stoic principle, known as the dichotomy of control, is immensely relevant in today's world, where individuals often find themselves stressed over outcomes beyond their control. By understanding and applying this principle, individuals can learn to channel their energy and efforts towards actions that truly matter, thereby reducing stress and enhancing the likelihood of achieving meaningful goals. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages individuals to live in accordance with their nature and to pursue virtue in their actions. This aligns well with the modern-day emphasis on authenticity and values-driven actions, guiding individuals to set and pursue goals that resonate with their core values and long-term vision. This alignment not only enhances the sense of purpose and satisfaction in the journey towards goal achievement, but also cultivates a sense of fulfillment and enduring success. The Stoic practice of reflective journaling, for instance, can be a potent tool for modern individuals to regularly align their actions with their goals and values, ensuring a coherent and purpose-driven pursuit of goals. Stoicism, with its rational and pragmatic approach to life's challenges, also fosters resilience. In a world where change is the only constant, the Stoic teachings on embracing change and facing adversities with a calm mind and a rational approach are invaluable. It cultivates a mindset that views obstacles as opportunities for growth, thereby transforming challenges into stepping stones towards goal achievement. Embarking on the journey towards achieving personal or professional goals is seldom a smooth sail. It is often dotted with unforeseen challenges and setbacks that demand a fortified mindset to navigate through. Stoicism, with its grounding principles and rational approach, offers a robust mindset that can significantly augment the journey of goal pursuit. Let's delve into two pivotal traits nurtured by a Stoic mindset: resilience and persistence. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversities, is a hallmark of this philosophy. It teaches us to view challenges not as misfortunes, but as opportunities to grow and improve. It encourages embracing adversities as a part of the natural order of life, thus fostering a mindset that is undeterred by failures and setbacks. The Stoic practice of negative visualization, for instance, prepares the mind for potential challenges. By contemplating possible adversities, one not only diminishes the fear of the unknown, but also equips oneself with a proactive plan to overcome them. This forward-thinking approach cultivates a resilient mindset that remains steadfast in the face of challenges, making the path of goal pursuit more manageable and less daunting. Moreover, it encourages a detachment from external outcomes while focusing on personal effort and moral virtue. This perspective instills a sense of inner tranquility amidst external tumult, enabling individuals to remain resilient even when faced with unfavorable circumstances. Resilience, as fostered by Stoicism, is about holding a balanced perspective that keeps one grounded through the highs and lows of the goal pursuit journey. Persistence. The sustained effort to achieve one's goals despite difficulties is another virtue highly esteemed in this ancient philosophy. It propagates a disciplined and persistent approach towards goal pursuit, emphasizing the significance of staying the course irrespective of external circumstances. The Stoic principle of focusing on what is within one's control underpins the trait of persistence. By channeling efforts towards actions and attitudes within one's control and accepting the outcomes that aren't, individuals can maintain a persistent pursuit of their goals without being derailed by external circumstances. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages viewing obstacles as a natural part of the journey towards goal achievement. The Stoic adage, "The impediment to action advances action, what stands in the way becomes the way," aptly encapsulates this notion. It urges individuals to tackle obstacles head-on, transforming challenges into stepping stones towards their goals. Stoicism also advocates for a long-term perspective in goal pursuit. Instead of getting swayed by immediate setbacks or short-term failures, a Stoic mindset encourages looking at the bigger picture and staying committed to one's long-term vision. This long-term perspective nurtures a persistent attitude, propelling individuals forward in their journey towards goal achievement, irrespective of the hurdles that come along the way. Through resilience and persistence, a Stoic mindset equips individuals with the mental fortitude and disciplined approach necessary for successful goal pursuit. These traits, deeply ingrained in Stoic philosophy, are invaluable in fostering a conducive mental environment for navigating the inevitable challenges and staying committed to one's goals, thereby significantly augmenting the likelihood of achieving the envisioned success. The essence of Stoicism lies in its core principles, which provide a solid foundation for setting and achieving meaningful goals. Among these, virtue and wisdom stand out as pivotal cornerstones in the process of goal setting. Virtue, according to Stoic philosophy, encapsulates moral excellence and righteousness. It's the pursuit of a good and meaningful life through ethical actions and decisions. Virtue is the compass by which Stoics navigate the course of life, ensuring that every choice aligns with moral goodness and contributes to the betterment of oneself and society at large. In the realm of goal setting, virtue plays a significant role in ensuring that the goals we set are not only beneficial to ourselves, but also contribute positively to the larger community. A virtuous goal is like a North Star, providing direction and clarity amidst the distractions and temptations that abound in modern life. It ensures that our aspirations are grounded in ethical values, leading to a path of meaningful and fulfilling achievements. Setting goals anchored in virtue creates a ripple effect of positive outcomes. It fosters a sense of purpose, nurtures a community of support, and cultivates a legacy of positive impact. When our goals resonate with virtuous intentions, the journey towards achieving them becomes a rewarding endeavor, enriching our lives and the lives of those we touch along the way. Furthermore, a virtue-driven approach to goal setting fosters a culture of integrity and ethical responsibility. It challenges us to rise above petty self-interests and to work towards goals that reflect higher values and broader societal benefits. In a world where success is often measured by material acquisitions, a virtue-centric approach to goal setting is a refreshing and much-needed paradigm shift. Wisdom in Stoicism extends beyond mere intellectual knowledge. It encompasses a deep understanding of life, human nature, and the principles that govern the universe. Wisdom enables Stoics to discern the transient from the permanent, the superficial from the profound, and the trivial from the meaningful. In the context of goal setting, wisdom plays a quintessential role in understanding oneself, one's desires, and the feasibility of one's aspirations. It's through wisdom that we can sift through the myriad desires that flit through our minds, identifying those that align with our core values and long-term vision. It also empowers us to set achievable goals. It cultivates a realistic understanding of our capabilities, resources, and the circumstances that surround us. This pragmatic approach to goal setting ensures that our goals are not mere fanciful dreams, but attainable milestones mapped out on the solid ground of reality. Moreover, wisdom nurtures a growth mindset. It encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for learning and improvement. This mindset is crucial for navigating the inevitable obstacles and setbacks that arise on the journey towards achieving our goals. By applying wisdom in the goal-setting process, we can create a roadmap that is not only aligned with our values, but also tailored to our unique circumstances. Stoicism is not merely a theoretical philosophy, but a practical guide for living a meaningful life. It offers several actionable practices that can significantly aid in the pursuit and achievement of personal and professional goals. Let's explore some of its most popular practices. Negative visualization is a potent Stoic practice that encourages individuals to envision the worst-case scenarios related to their goals or life situations. By mentally exploring the potential challenges and adversities, one prepares the mind to face these hurdles with resilience and calmness. The practice of negative visualization serves multiple purposes. Firstly, it cultivates a mindset of preparedness. By envisioning the possible obstacles, individuals can devise proactive strategies to navigate them, thereby reducing anxiety and enhancing the confidence to face the future. Secondly, it instills a sense of gratitude for the present circumstances, creating a positive mental framework that fosters contentment and reduces the fear of loss or failure. In the realm of goal achievement, negative visualization can be an invaluable tool. It can help in assessing the risks associated with the goals, preparing for potential setbacks, and developing contingency plans. This foresight, grounded in reality, fosters a proactive approach towards goal achievement, making individuals better equipped to handle challenges and keep moving forward. Memento mori, Latin for "remember that you will die," is a profound Stoic practice that encourages individuals to reflect on the impermanence of life. This meditation serves as a poignant reminder of the finite nature of our existence, urging individuals to make the most of the present moment. In the context of goal achievement, the meditation on death can serve as a powerful motivator. The awareness of life's impermanence can ignite a sense of urgency to take action towards one's goals, fostering a proactive and engaged approach towards goal pursuit. It challenges individuals to rise above complacency, to seize the opportunities at hand, and to work diligently towards achieving their aspirations. Furthermore, the meditation on death cultivates a perspective that values the essence of time and the importance of meaningful actions. It encourages individuals to focus on goals that resonate with their values and contribute positively to their lives and the lives of others, thereby fostering a purpose-driven approach towards goal achievement. Preferential indifference is a Stoic concept that encourages individuals to have preferences while remaining indifferent to things outside of their control. It's about having a clear vision of the desired outcomes, yet not being attached to these outcomes to the point of distress. In the journey of goal achievement, preferential indifference can significantly aid in maintaining a balanced and resilient mindset. By having preferences, individuals can set clear and defined goals, while the practice of indifference towards external outcomes helps in reducing anxiety and frustrations associated with unforeseen circumstances. This balanced approach allows individuals to stay committed to their goals while maintaining a sense of inner peace and acceptance towards the natural course of events. It cultivates a disciplined focus on the actions within one's control, fostering a conducive environment for diligent effort and progress towards goal achievement. Voluntary discomfort is a Stoic practice that involves deliberately exposing oneself to uncomfortable situations to build mental resilience. By facing discomfort head-on, individuals can train their minds to remain undeterred by external conditions, thereby focusing on what truly matters in the pursuit of their goals. The practice of voluntary discomfort can take various forms. It could be as simple as taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or foregoing certain luxuries. The objective is to condition the mind to be content with less and to be resilient in the face of discomfort. In the context of goal achievement, embracing voluntary discomfort can have profound implications. It can help individuals break free from the shackles of comfort zones, thereby fostering growth and progress towards their goals. Moreover, it cultivates a mindset that is focused on the essence of the goals rather than being swayed by transient discomforts or challenges. Voluntary discomfort also nurtures a disciplined approach towards goal pursuit. By regularly engaging in this practice, individuals can develop a robust mental framework that values progress over comfort, thereby significantly enhancing the likelihood of achieving their goals. Gratitude is a powerful practice that involves acknowledging and appreciating the positive aspects of life. While not exclusively Stoic, practicing gratitude aligns well with Stoic principles of focusing on what is good and within one's control. A daily gratitude practice can significantly enhance one's outlook towards life, fostering a positive and content mindset. By appreciating the existing blessings, individuals can cultivate a sense of abundance and satisfaction, which can be incredibly motivating in the pursuit of their goals. Moreover, gratitude helps in maintaining a balanced perspective, especially during challenging times. By focusing on the positive, individuals can navigate through adversities with a hopeful and optimistic attitude, which is crucial for staying motivated towards goal achievement. Maintaining a positive and motivated mindset is paramount. A daily gratitude practice can significantly contribute to nurturing this mindset, providing a fertile mental environment for diligent effort and progress towards achieving one's goals. Additionally, gratitude fosters a sense of fulfillment and happiness, which can significantly enhance the overall experience of pursuing and achieving goals. It reminds individuals of the broader picture, encouraging a values-driven and meaningful approach towards goal achievement. These practical Stoic practices offer a pragmatic approach towards navigating the challenges associated with goal achievement. By incorporating them in their daily lives, individuals can significantly enhance their mental fortitude, clarity, and proactive engagement in the pursuit of their personal and professional goals. Through these practices, Stoicism provides a robust framework for a meaningful, resilient, and successful journey towards goal achievement. The pathway towards achieving personal or professional goals is often laden with various obstacles that test our resilience, patience, and determination. Stoicism, with its rational and pragmatic approach, offers invaluable insights into overcoming these obstacles in a constructive and beneficial manner. Let's explore the Stoic practices of acceptance and learning from obstacles. Acceptance is a central tenet of Stoic philosophy. It encourages individuals to discern between what is within their control and what is not, advocating for the acceptance of the latter. This principle, known as the dichotomy of control, provides a solid foundation for dealing with failures and obstacles stoically. In the face of obstacles, the practice of acceptance facilitates a balanced emotional response. Instead of getting ensnared in frustration or despair, individuals can maintain a calm and rational mindset, focusing on constructive responses to the situation at hand. Acceptance doesn't signify passivity or resignation, but a mature acknowledgement of reality. It cultivates a mental environment conducive to proactive problem-solving and constructive action. By accepting the presence of obstacles and the inherent uncertainties of life, individuals can channel their energy and efforts towards actions that propel them forward towards their goals. Furthermore, acceptance nurtures resilience and mental fortitude. essential traits for navigating the unpredictable journey of goal achievement. It fosters a stable mental foundation that remains unshaken by external adversities, thereby significantly enhancing the likelihood of overcoming obstacles and progressing towards goal achievement. Learning from obstacles. The adage from Seneca, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body," encapsulates the Stoic perspective of viewing obstacles as opportunities for mental and personal growth. Every challenge encountered on the path towards goal achievement has the potential to sharpen our problem-solving skills, enhance our resilience, and provide valuable insights that can be applied to overcome future hurdles. Obstacles often bring forth unforeseen circumstances that demand a level of creativity and innovation in devising solutions. They challenge our existing methodologies and encourage us to think outside the box. This process of creative problem-solving not only aids in overcoming the immediate obstacle, but also enriches our repertoire of skills and experiences, preparing us for future challenges. Furthermore, obstacles provide a reality check, helping us to assess our progress, reevaluate our strategies, and realign our actions with our goals. They serve as feedback mechanisms, highlighting the areas that require improvement or adjustment. This feedback is invaluable for continuous growth and progress towards goal achievement. The process of overcoming obstacles also nurtures a sense of self-efficacy and confidence. With every hurdle surmounted, individuals gain a stronger belief in their capabilities to tackle challenges and achieve their goals. This increased self-efficacy propels individuals forward, fostering a positive momentum towards goal achievement. Lastly, obstacles teach patience, perseverance, and resilience, virtues that are essential for long-term success. They remind us that the path towards meaningful goals is often a marathon, not a sprint, requiring a sustained effort and a resilient mindset to reach the finish line. Lessons from famous Stoics on goal setting and pursuit. Gleaning insights from the teachings of famous Stoics can significantly enrich our understanding and approach towards goal setting and pursuit. Their timeless wisdom provides a robust framework for navigating the intricacies of personal and professional aspirations. Let's delve into some lessons and quotes from renowned Stoics. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Epictetus's sage advice pushes us to understand the fundamental difference between what is within our control and what is not. In the context of goal achievement, this distinction becomes paramount. Goals often entail both internal and external factors. While we may have control over our efforts, actions, and attitudes, external circumstances such as market conditions, other people's actions, or unforeseen events may also impact our goals. By embracing the dichotomy of control, individuals can create a realistic roadmap towards their goals. It encourages a focus on personal effort, perseverance, and adaptability, while also fostering acceptance and peace with external circumstances that may not always align with our desires. This perspective can significantly reduce anxiety and maintain motivation as individuals learn to value their efforts and the progress made, regardless of external outcomes. The pursuit of virtue. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. Marcus Aurelius's exhortation to embody virtue reflects the core of Stoic philosophy. Virtue is about aligning actions with moral and ethical principles, and it forms the backbone of meaningful goal setting and pursuit. It urges individuals to rise above petty desires or superficial ambitions, focusing instead on goals that contribute positively to personal growth and the broader community. In chasing goals, the alignment with virtue ensures that the journey is as enriching as the destination, it fosters a deep sense of fulfillment and moral satisfaction, which can be incredibly motivating and rewarding. Moreover, a virtue-aligned approach to goal setting encourages authenticity, integrity, and a long-term vision, traits that are invaluable for meaningful and enduring success. Resilience in the face of adversity. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Seneca's metaphor of polishing a gem through friction eloquently illustrates the essence of resilience. The path towards goal achievement is seldom smooth. It is the adversities faced and overcome that refine our character, just as friction polishes a gem. Resilience is about facing challenges head-on, learning from them, and using them as stepping stones towards goal achievement. It fosters a growth mindset where obstacles are viewed as opportunities for personal and professional development. Moreover, resilience cultivates a sense of self-efficacy, the belief in one's ability to overcome challenges and achieve desired goals. In facing adversities, individuals hone their problem-solving skills, emotional intelligence, and perseverance, all of which are crucial for success in any endeavor. The practice of resilience, as advocated by Seneca, transforms the journey towards goal achievement into a fulfilling and enriching experience, laden with growth, learning, and eventual success. Have you ever noticed that the harder you chase something, the more elusive it becomes? Think of a child trying to catch a reflection on the wall, cast by a shiny object. No matter how quickly they scramble or how fiercely they swipe, that teasing glimmer always dances just out of reach. The child's earnest pursuit, rather than bringing them closer to their goal, seems to push it farther away. This simple observation, as mundane as it might appear, echoes a profound truth about many of life's grander pursuits. What if, in so many instances, our intense chase is precisely what keeps our desires perpetually beyond grasp? Desire is a curious thing. We're told from a young age to set our sights on a goal, pursue it with vigor, and never let go. Society praises the relentless pursuit of dreams, often highlighting the stories of individuals who sacrificed everything, who worked tirelessly, and who never took no for an answer. And while determination and perseverance are indeed noble traits, there's a hidden side to desire, a paradox that we seldom discuss. Imagine for a moment the breathtaking sight of a wild stallion roaming free on vast plains. Its power, beauty, and grace are palpable. A cowboy sees this magnificent creature and decides he must have it. He chases the stallion, tries to lasso it, corner it, even scare it into submission. But the more fervently he chases, the more the stallion evades, its freedom becoming even more pronounced in the face of captivity. If, however, the cowboy were to simply sit, observe, and appreciate the stallion from a distance, showing no intent to capture, the horse might just curiously approach him on its own. This is the essence of the backwards law, a philosophical concept suggesting that the more aggressively we pursue something, the more it tends to elude us. It's a law of reversed effort, a principle that says when we push too hard, our efforts can backfire. And while it might sound counterintuitive in a world that often shouts, "Push harder, want more, don't stop," this idea isn't new. It's been whispered in ancient scriptures, painted in art, and even scientifically observed in our very psychology. The concept might also remind one of a rubber band. When you pull one end, the other end moves away. The harder you pull, the farther away it goes. But the moment you release the tension, it comes back to its original shape. Our desires, our dreams, and even our peace of mind work in much the same way. The tension we create, the pressure we put on ourselves, often pushes them farther away. So where did this idea originate? And why, in a world obsessed with more, is the concept of less is more so revolutionary? Our modern understanding of the backwards law owes much to Alan Watts, a British philosopher known for popularizing Eastern philosophy in the West. Watts often spoke of the inherent contradictions in our desires. He observed that in our obsessive need to feel secure, to achieve, to grasp, and to own, we often become the agents of our own dissatisfaction. But he was not alone in this insight. This principle, although named and articulated by Watts in a particular way, has deep roots in various philosophical and spiritual traditions, from Taoism's Wu Wei, non-action, to Buddhism's teachings on non-attachment. In essence, the backwards law asks us to rethink our relationship with desire. It doesn't advocate for a life without ambition or dreams. Instead, it beckons us to pursue with awareness, with understanding, and most importantly, without the desperation that turns dreams into burdens. It's about realizing that sometimes the tightness of our grip is what causes things to slip through our fingers. In the subsequent sections, we'll delve deeper into this fascinating paradox, exploring its origins, implications, and how it manifests in our daily lives. For now, though, I leave you with a thought. What if, in your chase for the life you desire, the very act of stopping, observing, and letting go is the key to having it all? Delving into the annals of history, one finds the seeds of the backwards law scattered across different cultures and eras, each iteration offering its unique flavor yet strikingly congruent in essence. To truly grasp the depth of this concept, it's vital to travel back and understand its varied roots. Long before modern times, Eastern philosophies, particularly Taoism and Buddhism, emphasized the beauty of non-attachment and the art of letting things be. The Taoist concept of Wu Wei, literally translating to non-action or non-doing, advocates for a kind of effortless action, a flow that aligns with the natural order of things rather than against it. The idea isn't to be passive, but rather to engage with life in a manner that doesn't force outcomes. A river, for instance, doesn't strive or push, it simply flows, finding its path around obstacles and nourishing everything in its course. Buddhism, on the other hand, frequently explores the nature of desire and the suffering it can engender. The Buddha himself taught that our attachments, our cravings for things to be different than they are, lie at the heart of our discontent. By loosening our grip on our desires, we open ourselves up to a more profound form of happiness, one that is not contingent upon the ever-changing circumstances of life. While these Eastern teachings are ancient, their resonance with the Western world was amplified in the 20th century, largely thanks to figures like Alan Watts. A British philosopher, writer, and speaker, Watts had a unique talent for translating complex Eastern ideologies into language that was deeply relatable to the Western mind. In his lectures and writings, Watts frequently touched upon the backwards law, although not always using that specific term. He spoke of the irony of how our insatiable desires often lead us astray. One of his most poignant observations was about the nature of music and dance. The point isn't to arrive at a particular note or step, but to enjoy each moment of the melody or movement. Life, in Watts's view, was no different. By constantly chasing a future goal or state, we miss the beauty of the now.
So the Taoist trick says, simply live now and there will be no problems. That's the meaning of the Zen saying, when you are hungry, eat. When you are tired, sleep. When you walk, walk. When you sit, sit. Rinzai, the great Tang Dynasty master, said, in the practice of Buddhism, there is no place for using effort. Sleep when you're tired, move your bowels, eat when you're hungry. That's all. The ignorant will laugh at me, but the wise will understand.
His eloquence and insight bridged the gap between two worlds, introducing many in the West to a perspective that felt both novel and deeply intuitive. Through his words, many came to recognize a truth they had always sensed but never articulated. That relentless pursuit, absent of awareness and appreciation, often distances us from our very objectives. Watts wasn't alone in this exploration. Figures like Carl Jung spoke of the shadow self and the dangers of repressing parts of our psyche. By not facing our inner desires and fears, we give them power. Rollo May, an existential psychologist, also touched upon the concept of authentic existence and the importance of reconciling our desires with our true nature. Additionally, Stoicism, an ancient Greco-Roman philosophy, emphasizes the value of accepting things we cannot change and focusing on cultivating our inner virtues. In this way, it echoes the sentiments of the backwards law, suggesting that inner tranquility comes not from external conquests, but from internal harmony. The Zen approach to non-attachment. Zen Buddhism, an evolution of Mahayana Buddhism, has always been about direct experience, often emphasizing the importance of the present moment. At the heart of Zen lies the concept of non-attachment. But what does this really mean? Non-attachment in Zen isn't about renouncing the world or avoiding emotions and desires. Instead, it's a profound understanding that our attachments, whether to ideas, possessions, outcomes, or even our own self-image, can cloud our perception and bind us to suffering. Take, for instance, the Zen art of archery. The archer doesn't aim to hit the target. Instead, they focus on the purity of the action, the draw of the bow, the release of the arrow. The outcome, hitting the target, is almost a byproduct of this pure, undistracted action. The archer is non-attached to the result. In this state of mind, there is no anxiety about success or failure, no tension. There is just the act of shooting the arrow. Zen teachings often use the metaphor of the sky and clouds. Our true nature, our Buddha nature, is likened to the vast, unchanging sky, while our thoughts, emotions, and attachments are like the transient clouds. By clinging to these clouds, we obscure the vastness and clarity of the sky. Non-attachment, then, is not about getting rid of the clouds, but recognizing them for what they are and not letting them dominate our view. Wu Wei, the Taoist principle of effortless action. If Zen is the art of seeing clearly through non-attachment, Taoism's Wu Wei is the art of living harmoniously by not forcing. Wu Wei is a foundational concept in Taoism, and its literal translation is non-action or non-doing. But this doesn't mean passivity or inaction. Rather, it's about action that is in alignment with the natural flow of things, action without unnecessary force. Consider water, a recurring symbol in Taoist texts. Water doesn't try to flow, it just flows. When it encounters a rock, it doesn't push against it, it simply flows around. And over time, this gentle, persistent flow can even shape and erode the hardest of stones. This is the power of Wu Wei. Lao Tzu, the legendary figure associated with the foundational Taoist text, the Tao Te Ching, says, "The Tao never does anything, yet through it all things are done." This is the essence of Wu Wei, being in alignment with the Tao, the natural way of things, so that our actions are not born out of conflict or resistance but arise naturally, effortlessly. This can be applied in everyday life as well. Think of a time when you tried to force a situation, pushing aggressively for an outcome. The result was likely tension, resistance, and perhaps even the opposite of what you desired. Now recall a moment when you acted with intuition, without overthinking, and everything just seemed to fall into place. That synchronicity, that harmony, is the spirit of Wu Wei. Zen's non-attachment and Taoism's Wu Wei, though born from different traditions, converge on a profound truth: that there is a way of being in the world, a mode of interaction, where we are neither slaves to our desires nor passive observers. It's a middle path where we engage fully yet without the heavy burdens of attachment, where we act not out of compulsion but out of alignment with a deeper, more harmonious flow. This wisdom, ancient yet timeless, offers a compass for those feeling adrift in the tumultuous seas of modern life, a reminder that sometimes the most profound actions arise from a place of stillness and surrender. As we journey from ancient Eastern philosophies to the modern Western world, we find that contemporary psychology has its own ways of reflecting upon the backwards law. Grounded in research and empirical evidence, the science of the mind provides intriguing insights into the repercussions of overtrying and how it shapes our experience of the world. Almost everyone, at some point, has experienced the pressure of a high-stakes situation, delivering a public speech, playing in a crucial sports match, or taking a critical exam. In these moments, the weight of our own expectations can be overwhelming, and here lies the crux of performance anxiety. Performance anxiety stems from a fear of failure or judgment. The irony, however, is that this fear often compounds the very outcome we're trying to avoid. When we're too focused on performing perfectly, we divert valuable cognitive resources away from the task at hand. Our minds become preoccupied with potential mistakes or negative judgments, which can disrupt our concentration and flow. Studies have shown that high levels of anxiety can narrow our attention, making us hyper-aware of our actions and surroundings. While this heightened awareness might sound beneficial, it often leads to over-analysis, known colloquially as paralysis by analysis. For example, a pianist overly focused on each keystroke might stumble more than if they were absorbed in the melody's flow. In essence, when we try too hard to control every aspect of our performance, we set ourselves up for decreased efficiency and increased errors. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Our fear of making mistakes makes us more prone to them. The paradox of choice, abundance as a double-edged sword. In the modern era, we often equate more choices with greater freedom and satisfaction. Supermarkets boast aisles filled with myriad variations of a single product, streaming services offer thousands of shows at our fingertips, and dating apps present an endless array of potential partners. But does this abundance truly serve our well-being? Enter the paradox of choice, a term popularized by psychologist Barry Schwartz. His groundbreaking work suggests that while having choices is essential for autonomy and satisfaction, an overabundance can lead to the opposite. With too many options, decision-making becomes daunting. Each choice carries the weight of potential regret, making us question whether we're making the best decision. The sheer volume of possibilities can lead to analysis paralysis, where individuals feel overwhelmed and struggle to make any choice at all. Even after a choice is made, the abundance of alternatives can breed dissatisfaction. We become prone to constantly compare our choices with the unchosen options, wondering if we missed out on something better. This lingering doubt erodes the satisfaction derived from the decision, leading to a perpetual state of FOMO, fear of missing out. Additionally, in a world teeming with choices, personal responsibility for our decisions is heightened. When there are only a few options, it's easier to attribute dissatisfaction to external factors. But with countless alternatives, the onus of making the right choice falls squarely on our shoulders, amplifying feelings of regret or self-blame when outcomes aren't as expected. Drawing from both the depths of ancient wisdom and the rigor of modern psychology, we witness the dance between effort and surrender, choice and acceptance. Performance anxiety and the paradox of choice illuminate the pitfalls of overtrying, reinforcing the age-old wisdom that sometimes less truly is more. Whether it's navigating a high-pressure situation or wading through a sea of options, a measured step back, a moment of reflection, and an embrace of simplicity can be the very keys to clarity and contentment. As we forge ahead into the 21st century, we find ourselves deeply entrenched in a world of technological marvels, instant communication, and a seemingly endless cascade of information and stimuli. While this modern age offers unparalleled convenience and connectivity, it also ushers in unique challenges, notably the pressures of an always-on culture. In decades past, the boundaries between work and personal life were relatively clear-cut. When one left the office or finished their shift, they left behind their professional responsibilities, transitioning into a personal or family time. Today, with smartphones, smartwatches, and laptops constantly within arm's reach, these boundaries have blurred. Now, emails can ping into our inboxes at any hour. Bosses, clients, or colleagues from different time zones might expect immediate responses, regardless of the local time. Social media notifications nudge us incessantly, urging us to see the latest update, the freshest content, or the newest trend. This relentless connectivity, while empowering, has a darker side. It fosters an expectation of constant availability, leading to feelings of guilt or anxiety when we choose to disconnect, even briefly. The mental toll of being perpetually on can lead to burnout, reduced productivity, and a pervasive sense of being overwhelmed. This, in many ways, mirrors the backwards law. The harder we push to stay connected, to respond instantly, and to be omnipresent, the more exhausted and disengaged we become. The stress of modern living. Beyond just the realm of work and communication, the pace of modern life has accelerated in nearly all facets. The rapidity of change, the vast array of choices in every domain, and the societal expectations of success have constructed a labyrinth of stressors. Consider the urban dweller's daily routine, a barrage of advertisements vying for attention, the cacophony of city sounds, the juggling of multiple tasks and commitments, and the ever-present pressure to keep up with peers, be it in terms of career success, lifestyle, or even leisure activities. Even our leisure time, which was once a refuge from the pressures of daily life, is now often filled with structured, goal-oriented activities. The idea of just being, without an agenda, target, or objective, is becoming a rare luxury. The cultural narrative, particularly in many Western societies, has equated busyness with importance. "How are you?" is frequently met with "busy," as if it's a badge of honor. But this constant hustle, this incessant need to be occupied or productive, can be counterintuitive. Just as we've seen with performance anxiety and the paradox of choice, the strain of modern living can reduce our overall well-being, leading to emotional fatigue, decreased creativity, and even physical health repercussions. The backdrop of modern societal pressures paints a picture of a world in overdrive. But understanding these pressures is the first step to mitigating their impact. By recognizing the traps of the always-on culture and the stresses of contemporary life, we can make informed choices. Maybe it's setting boundaries for work communication, dedicating specific times for digital detox, or simply allowing oneself moments of pure, agenda-free relaxation. In a world that constantly demands more, sometimes the most radical act is to consciously choose less, to pause, and to reconnect with our intrinsic rhythms, reaffirming the timeless truth of the backwards law in a modern context. To truly grasp the depth and significance of the backwards law, we must venture beyond theoretical discussions and historical context, diving into the real, tangible stories of everyday lives. These narratives, both poignant and illuminating, underscore the practical implications of this age-old principle. Sarah's pursuit of happiness. Sarah was a quintessential overachiever, always striving for more. Better grades, a higher paying job, a more luxurious lifestyle. On paper, she was the epitome of success. However, despite her achievements, contentment eluded her. It wasn't until she took a sabbatical, immersing herself in a small community in Bali, that she found what she was looking for. By immersing herself in a simpler way of life, without the incessant need to chase after more, she discovered a joy that had previously eluded her. The more she let go of her relentless pursuit, the closer she came to genuine happiness. Tom's obsession with control. Tom was a doting father, always involved in every facet of his children's lives. From monitoring their studies to orchestrating their extracurriculars, he believed he was paving the way for their success. However, as his children grew, they began to resent his over-involvement, craving space and autonomy. When Tom faced a health scare that forced him to step back, he witnessed his children flourish in unexpected ways. They took responsibility, showcased their creativity, and most importantly, felt empowered. The moment Tom loosened his grip, he saw them truly soar. The case of the over-prepared presenter. Amanda, a seasoned marketing executive, was gearing up for the most significant presentation of her career. She prepared diligently, to the point of obsession. Every slide was scrutinized, every potential question anticipated. However, on the day, her over-preparation backfired. Her delivery came across as rehearsed and robotic, lacking the natural flair and spontaneity she was known for. In contrast, a colleague, Jake, who had prepared adequately but not obsessively, presented with a relaxed demeanor, adapting dynamically to the audience's reactions. His presentation was not flawless, but it was authentic, engaging, and resonated more effectively. Amanda's experience was a poignant reminder that there's a threshold beyond which additional preparation doesn't just offer diminishing returns, it can be counterproductive. The overthinking manager. Neil was a manager known for his meticulous attention to detail. However, this strength often turned into a weakness. He would overanalyze every decision, pondering all potential outcomes, leading to delays and missed opportunities. On a pivotal project, his indecisiveness resulted in the company being outpaced by a competitor. In the aftermath, Neil took a hard look at his approach and decided to make a change. He began to trust his intuition more, reducing the time spent on exhaustive analyses. The result? Faster decisions, increased team morale, and a series of successful projects. His story reinforced the idea that sometimes in the quest for perfection, we can become our own biggest obstacle. These real-life tales shed light on the myriad ways the backwards law manifests in our lives. Whether it's the search for happiness, the relationships we nurture, or the professional challenges we face, there's a recurring theme. There are moments when striving less, letting go, and trusting the process can yield richer, more fulfilling outcomes. In the delicate dance of life, knowing when to lead and when to follow, when to push and when to pause, can make all the difference. As we draw our exploration of the backwards law to a close, it's essential to carve out a moment of reflection. At the heart of our discourse lies a potent and paradoxical truth, one that challenges our contemporary understanding of relentless pursuit and continuous exertion. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, sometimes offers the most profound rewards when we loosen our grip, making space for spontaneity, serendipity, and the unexpected. In the vast tapestry of human history, countless philosophers, thinkers, and ordinary individuals have stumbled upon this realization. From ancient Eastern philosophies to contemporary psychological insights, the theme remains consistent. There exists a delicate balance between action and inaction, between pursuing and allowing. And often, in the gentle embrace of surrender, we find what we've been tirelessly searching for. To integrate the essence of the backwards law into our daily lives, it's crucial to move beyond mere intellectual understanding. This requires actionable steps, practices that ground this wisdom in the tangible, everyday experiences of our existence. Here are some avenues to consider. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Begin or end your day with a 10-minute mindfulness meditation. Focus on your breath, observe your thoughts without judgment, and cultivate an awareness of the present moment. Over time, this practice can enhance your ability to detach from the compulsive need to control, helping you flow with life's natural rhythms. 2. Journaling. Dedicate a few minutes each day or week to reflective journaling. Some prompts to consider include: what am I holding on to too tightly? What would happen if I loosened my grip? Or when have I experienced the magic of surrender? These questions can unveil deep insights, allowing you to witness the backwards law in action within your life. 3. Daily affirmations. Words hold power. Consider adopting daily affirmations that resonate with the ethos of the backwards law. Phrases like, "I trust the process of life," "I release the need to control every outcome," or "by letting go I make space for the new," can serve as gentle reminders, realigning you with this profound wisdom. Life, in all its unpredictability, is a dance of variables both within and beyond our control. While there's merit in ambition, drive, and purposeful action, there's equally immense value in understanding when to step back, to pause, and to let the currents of existence guide us. As we navigate the intricate maze of our journeys, let us remain anchored in this wisdom. May we recognize the moments when holding on too tightly becomes counterproductive, when our relentless pursuits cloud the beauty of the now, and when the act of surrender becomes the most potent form of action. In this delicate balance, let us discover the profound truth that sometimes, in the vast cosmos of existence, less truly is more, and in this less lies the expansive realm of infinite possibilities. Have you ever wished for a shield against life's chaos? An inner compass guiding you through the storms, or a daily blueprint for unwavering tranquility? While such desires might seem ambitious, there existed ancient minds who unlocked these very secrets, turning them into an art of living. This art, known as Stoicism, is not confined to dusty old books, but is as alive and applicable today as it was millennia ago. Stoicism, for those unfamiliar, isn't just another philosophical doctrine, it's a life manual. Originating in ancient Greece, Stoicism was championed by the likes of Seneca, Epictetus, and the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. It is not about stifling emotions or leading an emotionless life, but rather about understanding the nature of our emotions, our reactions to the external world, and choosing a path that leads to inner peace and virtuous action. At its core, this philosophy revolves around a few fundamental principles. Understanding what is within our control. Not everything that happens to us or around us is within our control. Stoics believe that while we can't always control external events, we can control our responses to them. This distinction frees us from unnecessary anguish and enables us to find serenity even in the face of adversity. Pursuing virtue. Stoicism places a high value on personal virtue and integrity. It's not just about what we achieve, but how we achieve it. The journey and our conduct matter more than the destination. Accepting nature's course. The Stoics saw the world as a reflection of a rational order. By understanding and accepting the natural course of events, we align ourselves with this order, leading to a harmonious existence. Value of the present. While we often get lost in the past's regrets and the future's anxieties, Stoics emphasize the importance of the present. This moment right now is all we truly have, and we should cherish and make the most of it. Now you might be wondering, that sounds great in theory, but how do I actually incorporate these principles into my daily life? That's a valid concern. Philosophies, after all, aren't just to be read about, they're to be lived. And that's where the importance of a daily routine comes into play. Daily routines are powerful. They are the scaffolding upon which we build our lives. They provide structure, focus, and a pathway to manifest our beliefs into actionable steps. For a Stoic, a well-crafted daily routine is not just a set of tasks, it's a living embodiment of their core principles. It's about waking up every day with a clear sense of purpose, ready to face challenges with equanimity, make the most of the present moment, and grow a little wiser and a little stronger. And that's exactly why you're here today. In this video, we'll outline a Stoic routine that you can integrate into your everyday life. A routine rooted in millennia of wisdom, but tailored for the modern world. This isn't just another self-help guide, it's a transformative journey towards a richer, more purposeful life. Through this routine, you will not only understand Stoicism, but live it, making each day a testament to its enduring power and relevance. So, whether you're a seasoned philosopher or someone just starting their journey into the world of Stoicism, there's something here for everyone. Let's embark on this voyage together, embracing the Stoic ideals and integrating them into our daily rhythms. One, morning reflection. One of the foundational practices deeply rooted in Stoicism is starting the day with a period of reflection. This isn't merely a passive routine, but a purposeful recalibration of our mindset for the day ahead. Dawn ushers in not just the light of the sun, but the illumination of opportunity. It's a fresh slate, an untouched canvas upon which we paint our actions and intentions. The Stoics recognized this and believed in harnessing the power of the morning to anchor themselves in their philosophy. While most of us might be tempted to jump straight into the frenetic pace of the day or immediately reach out for our devices, a Stoic starts with an inward journey. This practice of morning reflection provides a momentary pause, allowing us to remind ourselves of Stoic teachings and set the tone for the day. Consider the words of Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history and yet a Stoic at heart. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." These words aren't just poetic musings, but are filled with profound wisdom. In our modern era, it's all too easy to take the gift of life for granted. Amidst the daily grind, the notifications, the ever-mounting to-do lists, we often forget the simple miracle of existence. His words serve as a gentle nudge, reminding us of this gift. To breathe means we are alive, a part of this vast, intricate universe. To think implies the capacity to reason, reflect, and learn. To enjoy is to savor life's experiences, both grand and minuscule. And to love, perhaps the most profound of all human experiences, signifies our ability to connect, empathize, and find meaning in our relationships. But the morning reflection isn't just about recognizing life's beauty, it's equally about understanding its fragility. The Stoics constantly reminded themselves of the impermanence of life, not to become morose, but to cultivate gratitude and a sense of urgency. Every morning presents an opportunity to practice this gratitude, to truly appreciate the myriad experiences, relationships, and opportunities that life offers. When we start the day with this mindset, our troubles seem more surmountable, our joys become more profound, and our actions are imbued with purpose. At the same time, acknowledging life's impermanence each morning helps us avoid complacency. It serves as a daily reminder that our time is limited, urging us to act with intention and make the most of each moment. It's a call to avoid needless worries over trivialities, to forgive more readily, to express love more openly, and to prioritize what truly matters. Building on this foundation of morning reflection, the Stoics introduced a principle that's both simple and transformative: the dichotomy of control. This concept involves understanding what is within our control and what isn't, a distinction that's crucial for maintaining tranquility amidst life's unpredictabilities. We might not have a say in external events, the sudden rainstorm, a friend's unexpected remark, or a global event that shakes economies. However, we always have a choice in how we respond. The Stoics urge us to focus our energies only on what we can influence, thereby freeing us from the shackles of external validations and circumstances. Imagine the empowerment in truly internalizing this concept. The daily irritations, the unforeseen setbacks, even significant life challenges are all seen in a new light, not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to practice Stoic principles. The practices and principles of Stoicism, when integrated into our daily lives, provide a sturdy framework for navigating the complexities of the modern world. Starting the day with a morning reflection grounded in gratitude and an acknowledgement of life's fleeting nature helps set the stage for a day lived with intention, purpose, and resilience. While Stoicism might have its roots in ancient times, its teachings are timeless, offering profound insights and practical tools for personal growth, inner peace, and a life well lived. Whether you're just beginning your Stoic journey or deepening your practice, remember that each day offers a fresh opportunity to embody these principles and craft a life of wisdom, virtue, and contentment. Two, embrace discomfort. Within the expansive landscape of Stoicism, a consistent theme resonates: the idea that growth, transformation, and the very essence of life is often found not in the comforting embrace of the known, but in the challenging terrains of discomfort. The Stoics did not merely preach this idea, they lived it, intentionally seeking out experiences that stretched their limits, jolted them out of complacency, and required them to summon depths of courage they might not have known they possessed. For many, the pursuit of comfort is a life goal. Our modern world, with its myriad conveniences and technologies, often lulls us into a cushioned existence. But the Stoics recognized the profound truth that while comfort can soothe, it's discomfort that truly shapes. Consider the act of taking a cold shower. At face value, it's a simple switch from warm to cold, but in that icy embrace lies a challenge, a confrontation with the self, a test of one's will, and a reminder of the impermanence of discomfort. With each cold droplet, one learns to breathe through the initial shock, to find stillness in the midst of discomfort, and to emerge not just refreshed, but transformed. Similarly, physical exercise, be it a rigorous workout, a long hike, or even a series of deep stretches, pushes the body beyond its usual limits. Muscles ache, sweat pours, and yet with each rep or step, there's an internal strengthening that goes beyond the physical. It's a mental fortitude being built, a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure, adapt, and overcome. And then there's the realm of social discomfort. Speaking in public, initiating a difficult conversation, or even the simple act of expressing one's true feelings, these situations can be incredibly daunting. But in confronting these fears, in choosing to speak despite the quiver in one's voice or the racing heart, one is practicing the Stoic principle of facing adversity with unyielding courage. Seneca, one of the towering figures of Stoicism, encapsulated the essence of this idea in his profound observation. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult. These words are not just a reflection, but a clarion call. Seneca urges us to reframe our perspective, to recognize that our apprehensions, our hesitations, often amplify the perceived difficulty of a task. The mountain seems insurmountable not because of its sheer height, but because of the weight of our doubts and fears. By choosing to dare to confront discomfort head-on, we don't just diminish the difficulty of the task, we also expand our own horizons, pushing the boundaries of what we believe is possible for ourselves. It's a transformative process, where the act of daring reshapes not just our experiences, but our very essence. Beyond personal growth, there's a broader, more profound impact of embracing discomfort. When we challenge ourselves, when we step out of our comfort zones and venture into the unknown, we inspire others. Our actions, our courage serve as a beacon, showing those around us the possibilities that lie beyond the familiar. In a way, the Stoic practice of embracing discomfort is not just an individual journey, but a collective upliftment, a wave that has the potential to elevate society at large. Three, practice negative visualization. In the continuum of human experience, our minds are often drawn to the positive, to hopes, dreams, and aspirations. But Stoicism introduces a counterintuitive yet profoundly impactful exercise: negative visualization. It beckons us to occasionally step away from the sunlit meadows of optimism and wander the shadowed woods of potential adversities. This isn't an exercise in pessimism, but rather one of preparation and profound appreciation. Imagining the what-ifs. Imagine waking up one day and not having the comforts you've grown accustomed to, or losing a loved one, or confronting a personal health crisis. These are not pleasant thoughts, and our instinct might be to push them away, to seek refuge in the comforting embrace of positivity. Yet, the Stoics believed in occasionally dwelling on these scenarios, not to induce fear or sadness, but to harness a deeper understanding and appreciation of the present. By vividly imagining scenarios where things go wrong, or we lose something or someone valuable, we are not just indulging in morbid fantasies. We are, in essence, conducting thought experiments, gauging our emotional and psychological reactions to potential adversities. One immediate outcome of negative visualization is a profound appreciation for the present. When we consider the fragility of our current circumstances, the impermanence of our relationships and material possessions, we begin to see them in a new light. The simple joys, the daily comforts, the bonds we share all become more precious, more cherished. The mundane transforms into the extraordinary. Furthermore, by mentally navigating the challenges of our imagined scenarios, we prepare our minds for real-life adversities. It's akin to a fire drill. By simulating a crisis, we familiarize ourselves with our escape routes, ensuring that when a real fire breaks out, we aren't paralyzed by panic, but are prepared to act swiftly and decisively. The human mind, in its quest for security, often fears the unknown. This fear, more often than not, is rooted not in the actual adversities we might face, but in our perceived inability to handle them. Negative visualization directly addresses this fear. By repeatedly engaging with challenging scenarios in our minds, we build mental resilience. With each imagined adversity, we also visualize our response, our coping strategies, our sources of strength. Over time, this practice conditions us to believe in our capacity to handle challenges. The unknown becomes less daunting, not because we've unraveled its mysteries, but because we trust in our ability to navigate its complexities. Moreover, this practice diminishes the disproportionate distress often caused by unexpected setbacks. When something goes wrong, the Stoic practitioner can calmly say, "I was prepared for this," and draw from the reservoir of mental fortitude built over time. However, it's crucial to approach negative visualization with balance. It's a tool, not a way of life. Dwell too long or too often in the realm of imagined adversities, and it can become counterproductive, inducing anxiety rather than alleviating it. The key is moderation and intent. When practiced judiciously, with the clear intent of building resilience and fostering appreciation, negative visualization can be a transformative Stoic exercise. Beyond our internal reflections, Stoicism also offers profound insights into our interactions with the external world. In every interaction, be it with nature, individuals, or broader society, there's an opportunity to practice Stoic principles. From the manner in which we respond to a rude remark to the way we engage with societal issues, Stoicism provides a compass, guiding us towards actions rooted in wisdom, courage, and virtue. Four, take action with purpose. In this ancient philosophy, much emphasis is placed on internal reflection, mastery over one's emotions, and the art of perceptive thinking. However, equally paramount to the Stoic doctrine is the call to action, not just any action, but action steeped in purpose, aligned with virtue, and echoing the resonant call of one's true self. At its core, Stoicism is more than a philosophy. It's a way of life. And life, as the Stoics remind us, is not a passive existence, but a dynamic interplay of thoughts, emotions, and crucially, actions. It doesn't advocate for a retreat from the world, but rather an active engagement with it, driven by the tenets of virtue and righteousness. Virtue in the Stoic worldview isn't just about moral rectitude, it encompasses wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It's the compass by which one navigates the myriad decisions of daily life, ensuring that each choice, each action, is a reflection of one's highest self. This doesn't mean a Stoic is infallible. On the contrary, it acknowledges the imperfections but constantly strives towards this ideal, learning from missteps and continually refining one's path. How often do we find ourselves adrift in the tide of daily routines, the hours blending into one another, days passing with a sense of monotony? Stoicism challenges this passive existence, urging us to infuse each day with purpose. It's not about grand gestures or monumental achievements every day. It's about aligning daily tasks, however small or mundane they might seem, with a greater purpose. It could be as simple as reading a chapter from a book to enrich one's mind, helping a neighbor, or dedicating time to a personal project that resonates with one's values. By identifying and working on purposeful tasks, we transform each day from a mere passage of time to a tapestry of meaningful moments, each thread woven with intentionality and purpose. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. This timeless adage from Seneca is not just an ode to lifelong learning, but a profound insight into the evolving nature of our existence. Life is not static, it's an ever-evolving journey, with each phase bringing its own set of challenges, joys, sorrows, and learnings. To truly live, in the Stoic sense, is to be in sync with this dynamic rhythm, continually adapting, growing, and refining oneself. The quote is a reminder that life, in all its unpredictability, offers endless opportunities to learn and grow. And central to this learning is the act of purposeful living. Every interaction, every task, every challenge is a classroom, and when approached with a Stoic mindset, the lessons gleaned are invaluable. In essence, to learn how to live is to act with purpose, guided by virtue and anchored in self-awareness. It's a commitment to making each day count, not by the world's standards of success, but by the Stoic metrics of virtue, purpose, and personal growth. Stoicism, while deeply personal, is not solitary. The Stoics recognize the intrinsic human need for connection and community. Our actions, while emanating from personal beliefs and values, resonate in the wider community. Thus, it also urges us to be conscious of our role in the collective, ensuring that our purpose-driven actions not only uplift us, but also contribute positively to the broader societal tapestry. Five, evening reflection. The rhythmic dance of day and night has long been a symbolic representation of life's duality, action and reflection, light and darkness, growth and rest. Just as the morning heralds a new beginning, urging us to step forward with intent, the evening is a gentle nudge to pause, to look inward, and to make sense of the day's tapestry. It is within this serene embrace of the night that the Stoic practice of evening reflection finds its rightful place. One of the profound gifts of human consciousness is the ability to self-evaluate, to stand apart from one's actions and thoughts and analyze them without bias. The Stoics saw immense value in this. Every evening, they would retreat into a space of quiet introspection, turning the gaze inward, examining the events of the day, the decisions made, the emotions felt, and the words spoken. This isn't an exercise in self-judgment or an opportunity to berate oneself for perceived missteps. Instead, it's a sincere attempt to understand oneself better, to identify patterns, to celebrate the day's victories, no matter how small, and to acknowledge areas that require more attention or improvement. As we already mentioned, central to Stoic philosophy is the understanding of control, or more precisely, the dichotomy of control. It's the wisdom to recognize what is within our control and what isn't. This principle is pivotal in the practice of evening reflection. As one revisits the day's events, it's crucial to categorize them using this Stoic lens. Perhaps you encountered a rude coworker, faced an unexpected challenge, or missed an important deadline. While the initial reactions might range from anger to disappointment, the evening reflection offers a fresh perspective. By asking, "Was this within my control?" we start to discern the external factors from the internal ones. The co-worker's behavior, the sudden challenges, are externalities beyond one's direct control. But our reactions, our emotions, our subsequent decisions, these fall firmly within the realm of our agency. By consistently recognizing these boundaries, we not only absolve ourselves of unnecessary guilt, but also empower ourselves to manage what truly lies within our grasp: our responses, our mindset, and our future actions. The evening reflection, while grounded in today, is also a bridge to tomorrow. Having gleaned insights from the day, understood patterns, and recognized areas of growth, it's also a moment to prepare mentally for the day ahead. This preparation isn't about meticulous planning or setting rigid goals, but rather it's an internal commitment, a pledge to uphold Stoic virtues, to face tomorrow's uncertainties with equanimity, and to act with purpose and integrity. It's a reaffirmation of one's Stoic journey, a quiet resolve to continue learning, growing, and striving for a life of virtue and purpose. As we delve deeper into these practices, one thing becomes abundantly clear: Stoicism, though ancient, is evergreen. Its principles, its practices, its wisdom resonate as deeply today as they did in the bustling streets of ancient Rome or the philosophical halls of Athens. The evening reflection, like all Stoic practices, is timeless, a testament to the philosophy's enduring relevance and its universal appeal to the human quest for a meaningful life. 6. Journaling. In the vast arena of self-development and self-awareness, journaling stands out as a timeless and universally advocated tool. Yet for the Stoics, it wasn't just about penning down thoughts. It was akin to holding up a mirror to one's soul, creating a dialogue with oneself and sculpting the psyche through words. In the noise and rush of our modern lives, introspection often gets relegated to the background. We're constantly reacting to stimuli, to information, to emotions. Journaling offers an oasis of introspection, pulling us out of the reactive mode into a space of contemplation. This act of self-reflection, a cornerstone of Stoic practice, is instrumental in gaining clarity. Think of clarity as the compass of the mind. Without it, we're easily swayed by external forces, unable to distinguish between transient whims and genuine values. By penning down our thoughts, we map the contours of our inner landscape, discerning patterns, acknowledging fears, and crystallizing aspirations. Each written word is a step towards understanding the self better, towards the clarity that guides purposeful action. Every day, we're met with challenges, some as trivial as a spilled cup of coffee, others as profound as a personal loss. To an untrained mind, these challenges can provoke disproportionate distress, but the Stoic, through journaling, has a unique tool to dissect and understand these experiences. When we document challenges, we're not merely recounting events, we're placing them under the Stoic prism. What aspect of this challenge is within my control? How does this align with Stoic principles? How can I transform this obstacle into an opportunity for growth? These are questions that transform ordinary journaling into a Stoic exercise. Moreover, by articulating thoughts through the written word, we're engaging in a dialogue with Stoic philosophy itself. We're inviting Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus to be our sounding boards, guiding our reflections with their timeless wisdom. One of the misconceptions about Stoicism is that it advocates emotional suppression. On the contrary, Stoicism teaches us emotional understanding and mastery, and journaling is a potent ally in this endeavor. Writing about our emotions allows us to process them. By laying them out on paper, we externalize them, viewing them as separate entities rather than overwhelming forces. This act of externalization is therapeutic. It provides distance, allowing us to analyze emotions without getting entangled in them. Why did a particular comment upset me? What insecurities or beliefs did it trigger? Such questions, explored in a journal, pave the way for emotional maturity. Moreover, consistently writing about and reflecting upon Stoic principles reinforces them in our psyche. It's one thing to read about the dichotomy of control, it's another to actively apply it to daily experiences in a journal. This act of application solidifies our understanding and commitment to Stoic beliefs. Over time, these principles cease to be mere concepts and become an integral part of our cognitive framework. Historically, many Stoics were known to keep journals. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, for instance, was his personal journal, a reflection of his Stoic thoughts and struggles. It's a testament to the power of journaling that centuries later, we derive wisdom from his introspective writings. Incorporating journaling into our daily routine is not just a nod to Stoic tradition, but a practical tool for self-growth. It's a sanctuary where we converse with ourselves, dissect our experiences, and fortify our commitment to Stoic philosophy. Visualization, another invaluable Stoic technique, goes hand in hand with journaling. While journaling is retrospective, visualization is proactive. It involves anticipating the day's challenges and mentally preparing for them. Envision the potential setbacks of the day, the points of friction, the moments of temptation. Now, consider the Stoic way to handle each of these. By mentally rehearsing your Stoic response, you're equipping yourself to face real-life scenarios with equanimity and wisdom. It's like a simulation exercise preparing you for the battleground of daily life. Visualization ensures that when faced with challenges, your reactions aren't impulsive but are instead aligned with Stoic principles. It serves as a mental blueprint, guiding your actions and responses throughout the day. Seven, empathy and understanding. Among the multifaceted jewels of Stoic philosophy, one shines with a particularly gentle yet profound radiance, the tenet of empathy. For the Stoics, the practice of philosophy was not a solitary endeavor confined to the corners of contemplative rooms. Instead, it was deeply intertwined with the fabric of daily life, in the bustling marketplaces, the corridors of power, and the intimate spaces of homes. And at the heart of these interactions was a foundational Stoic belief. Every individual, regardless of their status or circumstance, is engaged in their unique struggle, a silent battle often hidden from view. It's a common human tendency to judge situations, and more critically, people, based on surface-level perceptions. A curt reply, an indifferent gesture, or even an act of rudeness, these are easily met with immediate reactions of annoyance, anger, or judgment. But Stoicism invites us to pause, to delve deeper, and to consider the myriad unseen factors that might be influencing someone's behavior. Perhaps the person who brushed past you without an apology had just received distressing news. Maybe the colleague who seemed dismissive is grappling with personal challenges. The stranger who seemed rude might just be having the worst day of their life. It's essential to remember that, like an iceberg, the majority of an individual's experiences, emotions, and challenges remain submerged, hidden from the casual observer's eye. Recognizing this is the first step towards genuine empathy, understanding that there's always more to a person than meets the eye. Interactions, both fleeting and profound, pepper our daily lives. And in these interactions lie immense opportunities for practicing Stoic principles. Instead of reacting impulsively to perceived slights or disagreements, Stoicism teaches us to respond with patience, understanding, and kindness. Practicing patience doesn't mean suppressing genuine feelings or allowing oneself to be mistreated. Instead, it's an exercise in perspective. It's about momentarily stepping out of one's shoes and stepping into another's, trying to view the world through their lens, however briefly. This shift in viewpoint can be transformative, turning potential conflicts into moments of connection and understanding. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of Stoic wisdom, encapsulated this philosophy beautifully. Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone, just remember that all the people in this world haven't had the advantages that you've had. These words resonate deeply, reminding us of the vast diversity of human experiences. Everyone has a unique journey, punctuated with their set of challenges, joys, sorrows, and lessons. What might seem trivial to one person could be a monumental challenge for another, and conversely, what appears to be an advantage in one's life could be the source of unseen challenges. Aurelius's words are a gentle nudge, urging us to practice humility, to recognize the privileges and advantages we might unknowingly possess, and to approach interactions with an open heart, free from judgments and preconceived notions. When empathy becomes a guiding principle, it doesn't just transform individual interactions. It has the potential to reshape societies. Every act of understanding, every moment of patience, sends out ripples, creating a more compassionate, connected, and harmonious world. As we navigate the intricate tapestry of life, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers us a guiding light, illuminating the path toward inner growth, resilience, and a deeper connection with the world around us. Let's briefly journey back through the 7 essential daily practices we've delved into today, each serving as a stepping stone towards a more stoic way of life. Morning reflection. Starting our days anchored in gratitude, we remind ourselves of the teachings of Stoicism, setting a positive and purposeful tone for the day ahead. Embrace discomfort. By consciously choosing challenges, be they physical, mental, or emotional, we mold our minds, preparing them to face life's adversities with unyielding courage. Practice negative visualization. By mentally traversing scenarios of loss or adversity, we not only grow to appreciate the present more deeply, but also fortify our minds against the unpredictable currents of life. Take action with purpose. Stoicism beckons us to act not out of mere obligation or routine, but with intention and virtue, ensuring our days are filled with meaningful pursuits. Evening reflection. As the world quiets down, we turn inward, evaluating our day, discerning between what was and wasn't within our control, and laying the foundation for a wiser tomorrow. Journaling. This practice allows us to introspect, process emotions, and reflect on the Stoic principles, offering clarity amidst the chaos of daily life. Develop empathy and understanding. In recognizing the unseen battles everyone faces, we cultivate patience and kindness in our interactions, forging deeper connections with those around us. If you're new to these practices or find the breadth of them a tad overwhelming, take heart. The journey of Stoicism, like all meaningful journeys, doesn't demand perfection from the outset. It's a path of gradual progression. Start small, perhaps with a morning reflection or an evening journal entry. Over time, as you grow more attuned to the Stoic way, you can weave in more practices, shaping your daily routine in harmony with these age-old principles. And remember, while the tools and practices of Stoicism are profound, it's the consistent daily application that holds the true magic. It's in the day-to-day, the seemingly mundane moments, where the transformative power of Stoicism truly unfurls. Each day lived with purpose, reflection, and empathy doesn't just elevate that single day, but contributes to a life of depth, wisdom, and profound contentment. So, as you step forward from this moment, may you carry the essence of Stoicism with you, letting it guide, uplift, and transform your every day into a testament of its enduring wisdom. It is not events that disturb people. It is their judgments concerning them. Epictetus. Imagine a world where external events no longer dictate your happiness, where you have complete control over your emotions, and where you can find peace in the midst of chaos. Welcome to the world of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has guided countless individuals towards personal growth and fulfillment for centuries. At the heart of this philosophy lies the wisdom of Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher who transformed his life through the power of Stoic thought. Today, we'll dive into the teachings of this extraordinary man and uncover the top 10 lessons from his renowned work, the Enchiridion. Epictetus was born in Phrygia, present-day Turkey, around 50 AD. Despite being born into slavery, he rose above his circumstances and became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers of all time. As a slave, he was owned by a high-ranking Roman official who recognized his intellectual potential and allowed him to study philosophy. Epictetus eventually became a student of the philosopher Musonius Rufus, who was a prominent Stoic teacher in Rome. After gaining his freedom, he began teaching philosophy in Rome, where his reputation quickly grew. However, when the Roman Emperor Domitian expelled all philosophers from Rome in 89 AD, Epictetus was forced to flee. He found refuge in Nicopolis, Greece, where he established a philosophical school that attracted students from across the Roman Empire. His teachings were recorded by one of his students, Arrian, who compiled them into two main works, the Discourses and the Enchiridion. The Enchiridion, also known as the Handbook or Manual, is a concise collection of Epictetus's most essential teachings. It is a practical guide to living a virtuous life, providing valuable insights on how to navigate the challenges and uncertainties of our existence. The Stoic philosophy centers on the idea that we cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions to them. By cultivating inner strength, wisdom, and resilience, we can remain calm and composed in the face of adversity. This is achieved by focusing on our own actions and thoughts, rather than being swayed by external circumstances or the opinions of others. In this video, we'll delve into the top 10 lessons from the Enchiridion, exploring the wisdom and practical advice that has stood the test of time. By understanding and applying these teachings, you too can experience the transformative power of Stoicism and unlock your potential for personal growth and self-improvement. As we embark on this journey through the Enchiridion, remember that the words of Epictetus are not just abstract ideas or theories. They are practical tools that can be applied to your everyday life. By embracing these lessons and incorporating them into your daily routine, you can build a strong foundation for personal development and create a more fulfilling, purposeful existence. Lesson 1. Differentiating between what is in our control and what is not. One of the core principles of Stoic philosophy, as espoused by Epictetus in the Enchiridion, is the understanding that we should focus our energy on what is within our control and accept what is not. This simple yet powerful concept can have a profound impact on our well-being and overall satisfaction with life. Epictetus believed that our thoughts, beliefs, and actions are within our control, while external events, the actions of others, and the natural world are not. By recognizing this distinction, we can save ourselves from unnecessary stress, anxiety, and disappointment. Let's explore an example to illustrate this lesson. Imagine you're preparing for an important job interview. You've spent weeks researching the company, practicing your responses, and honing your skills. On the day of the interview, however, a major traffic jam causes you to arrive late, and you miss the opportunity. While it's natural to feel frustrated and upset in this situation, Epictetus would advise us to focus on what we can control. We cannot change the traffic or the fact that we missed the interview, but we can control our reaction to the situation. Instead of dwelling on the missed opportunity, we can choose to learn from the experience, adapt our approach, and continue our job search with renewed determination. By applying this lesson, we can develop a greater sense of inner peace and resilience in the face of life's challenges. When we accept the inherent unpredictability of the world and focus on the aspects of our lives that we can influence, we empower ourselves to cultivate a mindset of growth and adaptability. This way, we can navigate through the ups and downs of life with grace and composure, making the most of every situation and maintaining our equilibrium in the face of adversity. Lesson 2. Embracing the concept of fate and accepting events in life. Another crucial lesson from the Enchiridion is the idea of accepting fate and learning to embrace the natural course of events in life. According to Stoic philosophy, the universe follows a rational order, and everything that happens is a part of this cosmic plan. By accepting the notion of fate, we can cultivate an attitude of serenity and learn to appreciate life's experiences, both positive and negative. Embracing fate doesn't mean passively resigning ourselves to whatever happens. Rather, it encourages us to focus on what we can control and develop the wisdom to accept and adapt to the circumstances we cannot change. By doing so, we can find peace and purpose in even the most challenging situations. Consider this example. You've been planning a vacation for months, and you're looking forward to a well-deserved break. Just days before your departure, however, you become ill and are unable to travel. While it's natural to feel disappointed and frustrated, Epictetus would remind us that our health is ultimately outside of our control. By embracing the concept of fate and accepting the situation, we can prevent ourselves from becoming overwhelmed by negative emotions. In practical terms, this might mean focusing on our recovery, using the unexpected free time to catch up on personal projects, or spending quality time with loved ones. By reframing our perspective and finding the silver lining in the situation, we can turn a seemingly negative event into an opportunity for growth and learning. Learning to accept fate and embrace the natural order of the universe allows us to develop a sense of equanimity in the face of life's uncertainties. When we approach life with an open heart and a willingness to adapt, we can find meaning and joy in every experience, regardless of the outcome. This mindset of acceptance and adaptability can ultimately lead to a more fulfilling and contented life. Lesson 3. Pursuing a virtuous life. A central tenet of Stoic philosophy, as presented by Epictetus in the Enchiridion, is the pursuit of virtue as the ultimate goal in life. Virtue, in this context, refers to moral excellence and the development of one's character. According to Epictetus, a virtuous life is intrinsically valuable and leads to true happiness and fulfillment. The Stoics believe that there are 4 main virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. By cultivating these virtues in our daily lives, we can become better individuals and contribute positively to our communities. Let's consider an example to illustrate how we might apply this lesson. Suppose you find a wallet on the street containing a significant amount of cash and the owner's identification. While it might be tempting to keep the money, pursuing a virtuous life would involve making the effort to return the wallet to its rightful owner. In doing so, you practice the virtues of justice by treating others fairly, and wisdom by understanding the importance of honesty and integrity. By consistently choosing virtuous actions, even in challenging situations, we develop our character and strengthen our moral compass. Over time, these decisions can lead to a sense of deep satisfaction and self-respect, as well as the admiration of others. By prioritizing virtue above material possessions or external validation, we can create a solid foundation for lasting happiness and personal growth. Pursuing a virtuous life is a key lesson from the Enchiridion and an essential aspect of Stoic philosophy. By striving to cultivate moral excellence and uphold the values of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we can enrich our lives and contribute positively to the world around us. By embracing these principles, we can begin to experience the true happiness and fulfillment that Epictetus believed was attainable through a life of virtue. Lesson 4. Detachment from material possessions and external circumstances. In the Enchiridion, Epictetus emphasizes the importance of developing a sense of detachment from material possessions and external circumstances. According to Stoic philosophy, our happiness and well-being should not be dependent on external factors, as they are inherently impermanent and outside our control. Instead, we should cultivate inner strength and self-sufficiency, finding contentment in our own actions and thoughts. By practicing detachment, we can free ourselves from the desire for external validation and the fear of loss, which can cause unnecessary suffering and anxiety. This does not mean that we should abandon our possessions or relationships. Rather, we should maintain a healthy perspective and recognize that they are not the source of our happiness. To illustrate this concept, let's consider an example. Imagine you've worked hard to build a successful career and have amassed a substantial amount of wealth. While you might feel a sense of pride and satisfaction in your accomplishments, Epictetus would caution against becoming too attached to these external markers of success. Instead, he would encourage you to focus on your inner values and virtues, which are the true sources of lasting happiness. To apply this lesson in your daily life, you could practice gratitude for what you have while remaining mindful of the impermanence of material possessions. You might also choose to engage in acts of generosity, such as donating to charity or volunteering your time, to help you maintain a balanced perspective on the importance of wealth. Detaching from material possessions and external circumstances is a crucial lesson from the Enchiridion and an essential aspect of Stoic philosophy. By cultivating this mindset, we can develop a greater sense of inner peace and resilience, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and purposeful life. Lesson 5. Practicing self-discipline and self-control. The fifth lesson from the Enchiridion revolves around the importance of self-discipline and self-control, critical components of a virtuous life according to Stoic philosophy. Epictetus believed that mastery over one's impulses and desires was crucial for maintaining mental tranquility and achieving personal growth. Self-discipline and self-control involve the ability to resist short-term gratification in favor of long-term benefits, as well as the ability to control our reactions to external circumstances. This practice can be seen as a form of personal freedom, as it liberates us from being slaves to our impulses and allows us to live in accordance with our core values and principles. Consider the example of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. It's often tempting to indulge in unhealthy foods or skip exercise in favor of more sedentary activities. However, by exercising self-discipline, you can resist these short-term temptations and prioritize your long-term health and well-being. This could involve creating a regular exercise routine, preparing healthy meals, and ensuring you get enough sleep. Applying this lesson requires consistent effort and practice, but the rewards are significant. By developing self-discipline and self-control, you can make better decisions, achieve your goals more effectively, and live a more balanced and fulfilling life. By mastering our desires and reactions, we can experience the personal freedom and lasting satisfaction that comes from living in harmony with our values and principles. Lesson 6. Overcoming fear and anxiety by focusing on rational thinking. The sixth lesson from the Enchiridion emphasizes the importance of rational thinking in overcoming fear and anxiety. Epictetus believed that many of our negative emotions arise from irrational beliefs and assumptions. By examining these thoughts and replacing them with rational perspectives, we can alleviate unnecessary suffering and develop a more balanced mindset. One of the primary techniques for achieving this is to question our thoughts and assumptions, especially when they cause us distress. By identifying the irrational beliefs that underlie our fears and anxieties, we can challenge them and replace them with more realistic perspectives. For instance, imagine you're preparing for a public speaking engagement and you're feeling extremely anxious. Your fear might be based on the irrational belief that if you make a mistake or stumble over your words, you'll be ridiculed and judged by your audience. To apply rational thinking, you could remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes, and it's unlikely that your audience will be overly critical. Moreover, you can recognize that your value as a person isn't determined by a single performance. By replacing your irrational beliefs with more balanced thoughts, you can reduce your anxiety and approach the situation with greater confidence. Another strategy is to focus on the present moment and avoid dwelling on negative hypothetical scenarios. Often, our fears and anxieties stem from our tendency to imagine worst-case outcomes. By grounding ourselves in the present and concentrating on the task at hand, we can minimize the impact of these unproductive thoughts and maintain a more balanced state of mind. The sixth lesson from the Enchiridion teaches us the power of rational thinking in overcoming fear and anxiety. By challenging our irrational beliefs and focusing on the present moment, we can develop a more stable mindset and navigate life's challenges with greater clarity and confidence. Lesson 7. Treating others with kindness and empathy. The seventh lesson from the Enchiridion highlights the importance of treating others with kindness and empathy. Epictetus believed that recognizing our shared humanity and extending compassion towards others is vital for living a virtuous life. According to Stoic philosophy, we are all interconnected and should strive to support one another in our journey toward wisdom and personal growth. One way to apply this lesson is by practicing active listening and being genuinely interested in the thoughts and feelings of others. This approach can help us better understand their perspectives and experiences, fostering empathy and creating stronger connections. For example, imagine a friend is going through a difficult time and shares their struggles with you. Instead of offering unsolicited advice or trying to fix their problems, you can practice empathy by validating their feelings and acknowledging the challenges they're facing. By showing that you genuinely care and understand their situation, you can provide them with the support and encouragement they need to navigate their difficulties. Another aspect of treating others with kindness and empathy involves being aware of how our actions and words may impact those around us. We can strive to act in a way that is considerate, respectful, and supportive, even when we may not agree with or understand someone else's perspective. This practice can help to create a more harmonious and compassionate environment for everyone. The seventh lesson from the Enchiridion underscores the significance of kindness and empathy in our interactions with others. By actively listening, validating others' experiences, and being considerate of their feelings, we can foster deeper connections and contribute to a more compassionate world. In doing so, we embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, and temperance, furthering our own personal growth and well-being. Lesson 8. Learning from criticism and not being affected by others' opinions. The eighth lesson from the Enchiridion addresses the importance of learning from criticism while maintaining a healthy detachment from others' opinions. Epictetus believed that it's essential to evaluate feedback objectively, discerning valuable insights from unconstructive remarks. By doing so, we can grow and improve without becoming emotionally entangled in the judgments of others. To apply this lesson, start by cultivating a mindset of curiosity and openness when receiving feedback. Recognize that criticism can offer valuable opportunities for growth and self-improvement. When you encounter criticism, consider the source and context and reflect on whether there's a valid point or lesson to be gleaned from the feedback. For instance, if a colleague offers constructive criticism on a project you've been working on, instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to objectively evaluate their suggestions. If their feedback is valid and can help you improve your work, express gratitude for their input and implement the necessary changes. If, however, the criticism appears unfounded or unhelpful, acknowledge their perspective and then let it go without allowing it to negatively impact your self-esteem. It's also essential to remember that others' opinions don't define your worth or abilities. By developing a strong sense of self-awareness and confidence in your own values and strengths, you can maintain emotional equilibrium and avoid being swayed by the judgments of others. The eighth lesson from the Enchiridion teaches us the value of learning from criticism while remaining unaffected by others' opinions. By adopting an open and objective mindset when receiving feedback, we can use it as a tool for growth and self-improvement while maintaining a healthy sense of self-worth and emotional resilience. Lesson 9. Developing resilience in the face of adversity. The 9th lesson from the Enchiridion highlights the importance of developing resilience in the face of adversity. Epictetus believed that life is inherently filled with challenges and setbacks, and our ability to adapt and persevere through these difficult moments is crucial for personal growth and well-being. One way to cultivate resilience is by embracing a growth mindset, which entails viewing setbacks as opportunities for learning and self-improvement. By reframing challenges as chances to develop new skills and perspectives, we can maintain a positive attitude even when facing adversity. Suppose you've lost your job unexpectedly. Instead of succumbing to despair or feeling like a failure, you can apply the lesson of resilience by viewing the situation as an opportunity to explore new career paths, acquire new skills, or pursue passions that you may not have had time for previously. By maintaining a growth mindset, you can turn adversity into an opportunity for positive change. Another aspect of developing resilience is learning to manage our emotional reactions to difficult circumstances. Epictetus emphasized the importance of distinguishing between events themselves and our judgments about those events. By recognizing that our emotions are shaped by our thoughts and beliefs, we can gain better control over our reactions and maintain a sense of calm and stability, even in challenging situations. The 9th lesson from the Enchiridion underscores the importance of developing resilience in the face of adversity. By embracing a growth mindset and managing our emotional reactions, we can persevere through life's challenges and continue to grow and thrive. This ability to adapt and bounce back from setbacks is a hallmark of Stoic philosophy and a key component of a fulfilling life. Lesson 10. Reflecting on one's own thoughts and actions for self-improvement. The 10th lesson from the Enchiridion emphasizes the importance of self-reflection as a means for personal growth and self-improvement. Epictetus believed that by regularly examining our thoughts, actions, and motivations, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and make conscious efforts to align our behavior with our core values and principles. One effective method of self-reflection is to set aside time each day for introspection and contemplation. This practice can involve reviewing the events of the day, identifying areas where we may have fallen short of our values, and considering ways to improve in the future. By making self-reflection a consistent habit, we can become more mindful of our actions and strive for continuous self-improvement. For example, at the end of each day, you might take a few moments to reflect on your interactions with others, your responses to external events, and any internal struggles you may have experienced. As you review these experiences, consider whether your actions were in line with your values, such as honesty, compassion, or integrity. If you identify areas where you could have behaved differently, use this insight to guide your actions in the future. Another important aspect of self-reflection is recognizing and challenging any limiting beliefs or negative thought patterns that may be holding you back. By becoming aware of these mental obstacles and working to replace them with more empowering beliefs, you can foster personal growth and create lasting change. The 10th lesson from the Enchiridion highlights the power of self-reflection as a tool for personal growth and self-improvement. By consistently examining our thoughts and actions and striving to align them with our core values, we can foster a deeper understanding of ourselves and cultivate a more authentic and fulfilling life. This practice of introspection and self-awareness is an essential component of Stoic philosophy and a valuable lesson for us all. As we come to the conclusion of this enlightening journey through the top 10 lessons from Epictetus, we are reminded of the enduring wisdom and practical insights that the Enchiridion offers us. We began by understanding the significance of differentiating between what is in our control and what is not, learning to cultivate inner peace in a world often brimming with uncertainty. We then delved into the importance of embracing fate and accepting events in life with grace, fostering a sense of resilience and serenity in the face of adversity. We also discovered the profound truth that living a virtuous life, characterized by kindness, wisdom, and self-discipline, is within our reach. We learned to detach ourselves from material possessions and external circumstances, finding fulfillment and contentment within ourselves. The lessons of practicing self-discipline and self-control, as well as treating others with kindness and empathy, were illuminated, reminding us of the fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy. We understood how to overcome fear and anxiety through rational thinking, learning to challenge and transform our irrational beliefs into balanced perspectives. In a world that often values external validation, we were shown the necessity of learning from criticism without being affected by others' opinions, fostering a healthy sense of self-worth and emotional resilience. The 9th lesson underscored the value of developing resilience in the face of adversity, emphasizing the importance of a growth mindset and emotional regulation. And finally, we were encouraged to engage in continual self-reflection, striving to align our actions with our values and seeking constant self-improvement. As we move forward, I invite you to carry these lessons with you, applying them to your daily life. Remember that Stoicism is not just a philosophy to be contemplated, but a way of life to be lived. Embodying these teachings can profoundly impact your perspective, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. Epictetus, once a slave who rose to become one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, leaves us with a remarkable legacy. His teachings, encapsulated in the Enchiridion, still resonate with us today, providing us with practical wisdom to navigate the complexities of life. In a world that is continuously changing, the philosophy of Epictetus remains a steadfast guide, offering timeless insights into achieving a life of tranquility, virtue, and fulfillment. As we conclude, let us remember Epictetus's words. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let this be a compass that directs us towards a life of wisdom, resilience, and virtue. Let's embody these teachings, embrace the Stoic way of life, and step into a world of peace, understanding, and continual growth.